Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind New York Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind New York Basketball. And what's good, everybody, as we are live. Happy Friday night for game number 3 of the Western Conference Finals. The series tied 1-1 entering the third game of the series tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Thunder able to get on the board, picking up a win in game number 2 to even up the series, 122-113. OKC perfect 4-0 on the road in the playoffs, 9-1 record in the playoffs. The series switching over to San Antonio, Texas. Frostbank Center tonight for this matchup as San Antonio is 4-2 on their whole floor, 9-4 in the playoffs. They've yet to go on a losing streak so far in the playoffs, and their last losing streak was back on January 11th and January 13th, lost to Minnesota and OKC. They're 19-5 in games following a loss this season in the regular season plus the playoffs. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys on board being a part here of the channel once again today. What's good? Harlem, Cole, Jeffrey, James, Hockey, Rissa, Ron, Doobie on the stream. Welcome in tonight for this one. San Antonio comes in a 2.5-point favorite on the line. A couple key injuries to note going into this game tonight, as there's been statuses now confirmed about all the players in the injury report. De'Aaron Fox will be available tonight. He is playing. He was a game-time decision going into this matchup with the ankle injury, but De'Aaron Fox good to go. That is huge for the Spurs. Fox is a number 3 scorer in the playoffs behind Wemby and Castle. He's number 2 in assists per game behind Stephon Castle in the playoffs, and that should be able to take off a lot of pressure for Stephon Castle as the main ball handler. Stephon Castle struggling with turnovers, combining for 20 total turnovers through the 2 games in this series. So having De'Aaron Fox, that is massive back in the lineup. De'Aaron Fox averaging just under 6 assists per game in the playoffs. He has 64 assists to just 22 turnovers in the playoffs, leading the team with all backcourt players averaging a 3.3 assist to turnover ratio so far, averaging around 6 assists per game to just 1.8 turnovers per game in the playoffs. So that is huge, because that has been the Achilles heel so far for San Antonio, is that they've turned it over 44 times to the first 2 games in the series. And also another key player they're getting back, Dylan Harper, injured in the second half in game 2. Finished with double figures with 12 points in the previous game, and he is good to go tonight, available to play due to the adductor injury for Dylan Harper. So that is huge for San Antonio. On the other side, Oklahoma City, not so great news, as Jalen Williams has been downgraded to out due to the hamstring injury. And Jalen Williams now has suffered his 4th hamstring injury this season for him. He had a right hamstring strain, missed 10 games in January, and then re-injured the same hamstring, missed 16 games later in the season. He played just 33 games out of the 82 total this year for J-Dub, and then he had a grade 1 left hamstring strain in the opening round against Phoenix, missed nearly a month, came back to action in game 1 of the series in this playoffs. He's only played 4 playoff games, and J-Dub again gets injured, played just 7 minutes in game 2, and he's out tonight with a left hamstring strain, and this could be potentially multiple games for the number 2 scorer on the team for Oklahoma City. So that's not a good sign. Great sign for San Antonio that they get back to De'Aaron Fox plus Dylan Harper available tonight. Though for Oklahoma City, it's no panic. J-Dub has been in and out of the lineup throughout the course of the season as the number 2 scorer. And the Thunder actually have a better record without J-Dub than they do with J-Dub. Thunder without Jalen Williams, 48-10 record this season, including playoffs. They're 26-9 with Jalen Williams playing. So, kind of interesting there how their number 2 scorers missed significant time this season. 58 total games with regular season plus playoffs, but they're 48-10 without J-Dub in the lineup for OKC. What's good? Luciano, welcome in. He's taking the Thunder tonight in this game. Hit us up in the chat who you guys like to win, Thunder or Spurs. This should be incredible for this one tonight. Yeah, this series has been amazing so far. De'Aaron Fox coming back, looking to see if he can resurrect the ball handling for San Antonio, taking the pressure off Stephon Castle. That has been the issue for San Antonio. Game 1, 23 turnovers. Game 2, they lost by 9, 21 turnovers. They won Game 1 in double overtime despite having those 23 turnovers. Stephon Castle, 19 assists to 20 turnovers in the series, averaging 10 turnovers per game. Whole story was about turnovers where OKC 34 assists to just 10 turnovers. San Antonio 22 assists to 21 turnovers. And Oklahoma City 14-5 led the game in steals, 27-10 points off turnovers. When you go against a scrappy defense like OKC, you have to be on your game. And San Antonio, a young team. I saw a graphic from the last game. Their starting 5, average age is 22 years old. The youngest starting 5 since the 1970-71 season. So coming with that's just the ball handling issues. But tonight, that should surely be helped out since De'Aaron Fox is back. Oh, awesome. Best of luck there to Jeffrey's Friends Restaurant out in Jamestown. That's awesome, man. That's great. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check that out sometime if I'm ever down in that area. Yeah, I actually want to go to like Beaver Tail sometime, so maybe I'll stop on by or so, check out his restaurant. That's pretty cool. Yeah, feel free, let me know what that restaurant is, Jeffrey, and I'll see if I can check it out sometime when I head south. Big matchup to look forward to throughout this series, as OKC found something. That is Isaiah Hardenstein defending Victor Wembanyama. Wemby, 21 points, had a monster game of the glass again, 17 rebounds, 4 blocks, 50% shooting on 8 for 16, made 3 threes in the last game, but limited to a +1 on the floor. Hardenstein, physical big body, 6'11", 270 pounds, and now Wemby is prepared for this matchup because in the first game, Wemby was getting switched on, and he had defenders on an island like J-Dub and Alex Caruso, and that was nada. Those guys, no chance, standing a chance to defend Wemby, a foot taller for Wembanyama. I thought coming into Game 2 that Chet Holmgren would be the one to step up and rise up, but they go with a double big starting 5. Chet Holmgren, tallest player on the team at 7'2", but he's only like 210 pounds, not put to the task to cover Wemby. It's actually Isaiah Hardenstein. Isaiah Hardenstein, a couple inches shorter, but a more bigger physical body. And I think a lot's going to hinge upon foul trouble right now since that's the matchup. Isaiah Hardenstein, last game, 4 personal fouls. There was a lot that he got away with. Honestly, could have fouled out for Isaiah Hardenstein, but multiple no calls that was going on there for Hardenstein. The Spurs started getting on a run, though. When Hardenstein went to the bench, picked up his 4th personal foul, that's when San Antonio started to get on their run. But OKC just responding back. SGA, huge game. He had 30 points in the last game for him. He was big time. What's good, Spurs fan? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Bradley just posted that link out there for the Discord. It's also in the description of the video as well. So all those links in the description of the video too. The membership link I pinned today. The merchandise link. I actually have that one. I could put it in the chat for you guys. A lot of cool stuff over on the merchandise site. Been rolling out the commercials recently with the Behind the Arc merch, plus Mr. Top Skier over at the merchandise site. But a lot of cool stuff over there on that we got linked up. Discord, merch, my Twitter link is out there as well at Behind the Arc 14. What's good, Michael? Welcome in. Glad to have you in the stream. He's going Spurs from OKC. Repping OKC, but taking San Antonio for this one tonight. Yeah, huge for the depth for the Spurs that they have everybody available tonight for this game. OKC, super deep team, even without J-Dub for like the majority of that game. They still put 7 guys in double figures, and they have other guys that's capable of getting to double figures too off the bench that didn't. Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, number 6, both of those guys capable dropping down double digits. For San Antonio, they had 5 guys double figures. Dylan Harper was one of them. They're going to have a 6th that gets bound into double figures scoring with De'Aaron Fox. But the other guys off the bench, I'm just not sure if they can get there. With like Harrison Barnes, Luke Cornett, Carter Bryant, Jordan McLaughlin. That's the thing. If San Antonio keeps on putting in like 7 guys in double figures and the Spurs hit their ceiling with 6, then Wemby's going to have to go off. And if he goes off now, that's because Hardenstein most likely got into deep foul trouble. And I think based on how these games are officiated, wouldn't shock me tonight if Hardenstein does get into some deep foul trouble in this matchup, because I feel like the games at home are officiated more towards like the home team, whereas it's tougher for the team on the road. But we'll see what happens when comes down to the calls tonight. He had 4 fouls the last game for Hardenstein. Got away with a lot, though. One of them was like a hair pull from behind, and Stephon Castle, he got away. What's good, Anthony? Welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Warren, glad to have you back in the stream, man. San Antonio comes into this matchup 3.5-point favorites. Yeah, no J-Dub tonight. Everybody fully healthy for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox back of the lineup tonight. That is huge. Takes the pressure off Stephon Castle. And the Spurs haven't lost back-to-back games in a very long time. You have to go back over 4 months ago since the last time they went on a losing streak. They have a record of 19-5 following a loss this season. So they have the best record in the NBA after a loss for San Antonio. I cannot show the game due to copyright. It's play-by-play only. Oh, that's awesome. Got some Portuguese food out there. That's always great. If you guys are doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to be tipping off in around 5 minutes from now. I saw 8:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tip-off time tonight. And Spurs up in the poll right now, 66-34. Make sure to vote in the poll if you guys are new on the channel. Spurs will start De'Aaron Fox. So De'Aaron Fox gets the start tonight. Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagny, Victor Wembanyama. Starting 5 tonight for San Antonio. So moving back down to the bench is Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper available for this matchup too, with that abductor injury, injured in the second half, but good to go tonight. So that is huge for the Spurs. Yeah, Spurs need to take this one. Everybody's fully healthy. J-Dub's missing for OKC. Spurs are at home. And it's... I think San Antonio is going to respond tonight and bounce back. Because now Victor Wembanyama is prepared for what the matchup will be. Oklahoma City did a great job making their adjustments, putting Isaiah Hardenstein on Wemby. And now Wemby has felt the physicality from Hardenstein. And even with kind of like an off game by Wemby, he was only a +1 on the floor. Wemby still 50% shooting in the last game for him and drilled 3 threes. He was getting knocked off his spots early on, so he didn't have many shot attempts at all down low. And the first half is Hardenstein just kept on knocking him off his spots. He kept on getting forced back out outside the paint and away from the hoop. So tonight, I think it's going to be much different for the Spurs team because they know what they're going to get tonight in this game with that matchup between Wemby and Hardenstein. Virgilio, welcome in. He's like in San Antonio, looking for Dylan Harper to keep on going. Yeah, Dylan Harper's been huge for them this playoffs. Great sign to see Dylan Harper's playing tonight. Number 4 scorer on the team as a rookie. De'Aaron Fox, number 3 scorer, number 2 playmaker back in the lineup. That's big. Yeah, one of the things I found interesting is that Jalen Williams, J-Dub, when he's out, the Thunder actually have a better record when J-Dub has missed the games than he has with the team playing. 48-10 record for the Thunder without Jalen Williams playing. And tonight, Jalen Williams is out. 26-9 record with Jalen Williams this season. Amy, welcome in. Yeah, so sad. Man, thoughts and prayers out to family, NASCAR community. Just terrible. Hendrick Motorsports, Joe Gibbs Racing, just terrible with the passing of Kyle Busch. Man, just so sad. Just way too soon. Just a shame. Yeah, that was a huge shock yesterday. Like, a healthy individual, age 41. It's a shame. He had been dealing with an illness, I think, like 10 days prior at Watkins Glen. And yeah, from what I heard is that it happened in the racing simulator at the GM Hendrick Motorsports site when it happened. Just terrible. Yeah, that was a big shock. Just really terrible. Well, you gotta live every single day to the fullest because you never know what will happen. Just a shame. 6-0 in the playoffs, the Thunder are without J-Dub playing. Blue jerseys tonight for the Thunder to get white numbers, white letters, orange outline for OKC. San Antonio on their whole floor tonight, Frostbank Center in Texas, 400 miles south of Oklahoma City for this matchup tonight for Game 3 of the series. Black jerseys tonight for the Spurs, white numbers, white letters for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox back in the starting 5, Dylan Harper available tonight for this contest. SGA, AJ Mitchell will get the start tonight for the Thunder. Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hardenstein, the starting 5 for OKC, going up against De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, and Victor Wembanyama, the starting 5 tonight for San Antonio. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Matchup to watch out for: Victor Wembanyama being defended by Isaiah Hardenstein. We'll see if that's the case once again tonight in this matchup. Wemby, pumped up. First conference finals matchup ever on his whole floor, about to begin in just a moment. Right to left on the floor for Oklahoma City, left to right for San Antonio. It will be Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama at midcourt. as the score in this series has been winning single digits approximately 94% of the time. 100 minutes out of 106 total minutes in this series. It has been winning single digits as we are underway. San Antonio controls the opening tip. Left to right on the floor to begin. The Spurs off the opening possession. De'Aaron Fox sends it on top to Wemby. Slides it off to the wing. Devin Vassell bounce pass off to Castle. Castle dribbles up to the elbow outside, finds Fox. Fox turns the corner, drives inside the key of Fox. Scoop score. Up and it off the backboard. It's good for two as he scores the layup. De'Aaron Fox making an instant impact after missing the first two games of the series. Opening possession now for OKC. A.J. Mitchell sends it off to Holmgren. Chet dribbles up. Mid-block jumper. Chet blocked by Vassell. Wemby comes away with the basketball. Up the floor for Wembanyama. Shovels outside the Castle. Castle back into the hands to Wemby. Top of the key, taken on Hardenstein. Dribbles, drives at the elbow. Wemby swings it off to the corner. Champagnie outside finds Wemby. Wembanyama, 5 of the shot clock. Step back three is straight away. Victor Wembanyama sizzles the triple. Bang, a bang off the step back for Wemby. That's how the opening minute starts. Victor Wembanyama, absolute machine, able to fire in the three right past Hardenstein. A.J. Mitchell had his pocket pick, loose ball, and flung up in the air by Wembanyama. Incredible steal in the corner by Wemby. Fox up the floor, Champagnie, up fake, fires the three. Off the mark, no good. Huge rebound, Castle goes up, gets fouled. 2 shots coming up on the line by Stephon Castle. Victor Wembanyama on another planet. It's like he's playing basketball in Jupiter or something. It's too good for planet Earth. In the first minute plus. Insane. Step back three over Hardenstein, and then the ball got stripped from A.J. Mitchell. Wemby somehow, some way, stuck in the far side corner of the floor, saves it, flings it up in the air, and he won in the fast-breaking. Castle was able to draw the shooting foul. OKC was lucky that Devin Vassell did not burn that corner three. That would have forced a timeout in the first 85 seconds. Free throw was good at the line for both of them. 7-zip San Antonio. First 90 seconds of action. Hardenstein, defended by Wemby. Hand off to SGA. Towards his left off the dribble. Castle bumped him. Castle picks up the foul. Mr. Hector, welcome back in the stream. Labrito, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. That Holmgren inbound passer sends it off to Hardenstein. Hardenstein, a runner inside the key, off the back rim, no good. Beg my pardon, is A.J. Mitchell, number 25, not 55. Rebound went to the Spurs, straight up the floor. Vassell buries the triple. Devin Vassell just major three right there. Nobody on him. Nobody to stick to him. Just sends up a laser, rips it right down the chute. 10-0 Spurs. They are sizzling right now to begin this game. Red hot. Looking untouchable in the first minute 50 seconds. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, first time out on the night. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Incredible start right now for San Antonio. San Antonio has the best record in the NBA in games following a loss for them. They're 19-5 regular season plus playoffs after a loss. They haven't gone on a losing streak in over 4 months. So early January was the last time they lost 2 straight games in a row. And right now it's all about bouncing back, and they have done it so far. What a start. Man, just sizzling hot currently. Oh, that's awesome. Anthony's got a Blues channel. That's awesome, man. Justin, welcome in. Great start for Justin. Spurs right now. Naja player, welcome aboard, bud. Victor Wembanyama. Unbelievable. Step back three, buried over Hardenstein. A rebound that he came up with a loose ball in the corner, flung it up in the air. And then San Antonio went in transition. They did not make the three, but they went to the free throw line. Both of the shots were made by Castle. Castle with 2. Fox with 2. Fox scored off a driving layup plus a steal by De'Aaron Fox. And then Devin Vassell just stepped into a wide open 3 and buried it. There was nobody playing defense for OKC up the floor. Hey, what's good? RFK back on the stream. Welcome back in. Yep. It's been a couple of years. Glad to have you back in, man. Oh for 2 for OKC plus a turnover. AJ Mitchell missed a runner. Chet missed a shot. And then a turnover by Mitchell. I'm kind of shocked that AJ Mitchell got the start tonight. He had a great first 2 rounds in the playoffs, but kind of has come crashing back to earth at the start of the series. Mitchell with possession, sends it off to SGA. Shea towards his left inside the key, weaves his way, drives on Wemby, no good, altered at the rim, poked out to the perimeter. Holmgren came away with a basketball outside off the door, 8 in the timer. Lou Dort, bounce past the wrong player, picked off by Wemby. Wemby up the floor, outlet pass, ahead of the pack, they scored a layup. It is good by De'Aaron Fox. 12-0 San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama. Just everything in the bag. Castle with a huge block on SGA. Here goes Castle. Receives it up the floor from Fox. Kick out. Off fake Champagny. Outside on the top. Vassell with a 3. Rattles in the 3. 15-0. San Antonio. Drilling everything to begin this game. Nothing for OKC. Hardenstein. Hand off to Holmgren. Chet off the screen set by Hardenstein at the wing. Feeling the pressure. Feeling the physicality by Vassell. Bad pass by Holmgren. Broken up by Castle. Luckily, SGA right place, right time. Runner. Hardenstein. Huge block by Wembanyama. Hardenstein goes down. It's a shot clock violation. Victor Wembanyama on another planet. Wemby with a steal. Wemby with a block. Wemby padding up the stat sheet for everything right now. 3 points, a rebound, an assist, a steal, and a block. Castle, outside off to Wemby. Wemby, handoff. Vassell, jumper, 15-footer straight away off the back rim, no good. Caruso controls the defensive rebound. Alex Caruso up the floor. He finds Holmgren, he finds Hardenstein. Handoff to SGA. Right now, Holmgren is on the bench at the moment. Dort weaves his way inside the key. Outside, Caruso lays up the 3. Missed off the mark. Rebound. Secure by Champagny. Spurs up 15-0 as Castle kick out. Corner 3. Vassell off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Hardenstein. SGA pass midcourt. So he will wait for his teammates to get set up. As we're not even 4 minutes into action, it's 15-0. Hardenstein, runner, and finally something drops for OKC. First basket coming just prior to the 8-minute mark left to go in the first. So it's now 1 for 7 shooting from the floor by OKC. Fox turns the corner, zigzag, head full of steam to the rim, scores the layup. Where's the defense by Oklahoma City? De'Aaron Fox, ultimate game changer, 6 points perfect, 3 for 3 from the floor. Caruso buries the jumper. 17-4. Back-to-back buckets now for the Thunder. Fox At the top of the key, he takes on Dort. Torts is left off the dribble. Skip pass. Quarter picked off by Caruso. Caruso has it up the floor. Outnumbered, they were on a 2-on-3 and stolen right back by Champagny. Champagny goes in, scores the layup. Don't see that too often. Alex Caruso making a mistake. Turned over the basketball, and Julian Champagny able to pick it off, take it a distance. 15-point lead once again, all Spurs. A.J. Mitchell, baseline dribble. His pass broken up out of bounds off Vassell. Devin Vassell playing with energy tonight to begin this game. What a start right now for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox just making it look easy. Everybody playing so well right now. Wemby has been playing insane, even though he has 3 points. I mean, just padding the stat sheet for Wemby. Vassell drilling 2 threes with 6. 15 zip run to start the game, tied for the second longest run in NBA playoff history in the play-by-play era dating back to 1997-1998. Mystery by McCain, offensive rebound. Redirected back to McCain. SGA, kick out, wing a 3. Wallace buries the J. And that's good in the triple made by Cason Wallace. Down to 6:40 left to go in the first. First time on the floor for Dylan Harper. Finds Castle. Jumper straight away off the back rim. No good. A rebound goes to McCain. Wembanyama right now on the bench. Luke Cornett first time in the court for San Antonio. SGA crossover at the top. SGA backs his way to the elbow. Working on Harper. SGA stuck at the free throw circle. Had to get it away. He does. Caruso, a 3. Able to knock it down. Got the bounce, and all of a sudden, 15 zip start is down to 9. A timeout by San Antonio. 19-10 with 6:14 left to go. Oklahoma City, after a slow start, started off 0 for 6. Crawling back into the game, getting back winning single digits right now as we head into a timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, right now in the timeout here, currently, this game is at San Antonio tonight on the home floor of the Spurs. And if you're just joining in, San Antonio led 15-0 to begin this game. Looked like there was no chance at stopping the Spurs. How they came out red hot tonight in the first 4 minutes. But good, solid 2 minutes by... Oop. Beg my pardon, got the wrong... yeah, I got to get this graphic up. Oklahoma City. There we go. Had it from the last game, that's why. Oklahoma City, and it cut the deficit down to 9. Yeah, I just noticed that with... had teams from yesterday on there still off the timeout one. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Caruso, 5 points off the bench for him, plus 6 on the floor. That's been the key for the Thunder in the last game, was bench points for them. They put 7 guys in double figures. That's going to have to be something to monitor throughout the course of this series. Oklahoma City having a humongous margin the first 2 games in bench points. And last game was 57-25 in bench points for OKC. Thunder are the road team tonight, so this is at San Antonio's home court. Devin Vassell so far tonight, bringing the energy. for him. Really good start. Drilling 2 threes. Fox looking solid so far. Perfect 3 for 3, 6 points in the steal by De'Aaron Fox. Wembenyama, just an incredible start for him. But this is something to monitor. Wembenyama checked out. Luke Cornett came in off the bench, and the bench a -6 between Cornett, Johnson, and Harper. And then a +6 with the bench guys between Caruso, Wallace, McCain, and Jay Will, number 6. We get back to action. Spurs with possession left to right on the floor. Stephon Castle on the court alongside Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell. Castle dribbles up inside the key off the double team, jumps up at the low block. Castle gets it away on the outside to Johnson. Keldon Johnson commits the turnover. That's something they got to get out of their system is turnovers. 44 turnovers in the first 2 games, and that's now their second turnover of the night. Thunder with 4 off the opening quarter. Caruso, it takes the jumper, missed off the rim. A rebound goes to Johnson. Spurs by 9 with possession. Keldon Johnson bursts the speed, drives McCain inside the key. Outside Castle, extra pass, corner 3. Harper off the mark, no good. Tipped off the glass. Jay Will, number 6, controls the defensive rebound. Caruso into the hands to Jalen Williams. J-Dub, number 8, out for tonight's game tonight due to the hamstring injury. J. Will passes. Shea, kick out, corner 3. McCain over the cylinder, misfired. Offensive rebound goes to Wallace. J. Will on the 3 straight away, buries it. Cuts the deficit down to 6 right now. 19-13. Wembenyama looking on the bench. A +15 for Wemby. Lob over the top. Castle finds Luke Cornett, who sends it through with an alley-oop jam. One-hand dunk right there by Cornett from the low block. And the jumper's good again. That is another 3 buried by Jay Will. Back-to-back 3s made by number 6, Jalen Williams of the Thunder. Dylan Harper weaves his way inside the key, left it short to rebound. Back it goes to OKC. Up the floor with Shea. SGA attacks the paint. Kick out corner. 1 dribble. McCain sends it outside. Off to Caruso. Finds Wallace. Drives, attacks. Working on Johnson. Blocked from behind but fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Cason Wallace for OKC. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Just getting started tonight. Wow, we got 400 plus watching right now. You guys the real MVPs, legends for finding my channel. Let's go, everybody. Type in the chat who you guys are rooting for, Spurs or Thunder. 2 free throws right now at the line for Cason Wallace. First shot, no good. Around the rim and out. +10s off the bench for Oklahoma City. Once their bench checked in, major plus tonight in this game. Major minus for the Spurs bench. And this is whenever Wembenyama checks out, that's when the Spurs need to chip into their deficit. And they know that, and they are doing that right now. But SGA heads towards the bench for OKC as SGA checks out. Second free throw is good by Wallace. 4-point game, Stephon Castle with possession. 13-2 run by the Thunder last 2.5 minutes. Castle dribbles up to the elbow, swings it cross court, teeing up a 3. Keldon Johnson splashes home the triple. 7-point advantage right now for the Spurs. Cason Wallace on the floor alongside Chet Holmgren, Jay Will, number 6, Caruso, and McCain. A jumper mid-range gets the 2 by Jared McCain. Back and forth we go. Wembenyama heading towards the scorers table alongside De'Aaron Fox. Next whistle, they'll check back in on the floor. Jump stop inside the key. Castle blocked to the bounds by Chet. It's going to stay Spurs ball. San Antonio will get they'll get Fox and Wemby back on the floor as Fournette checks out. Wembenyama plus 15 tonight. When he went off the floor, Spurs are a minus 10. So up by 5 to get Wemby back in the game. AJ Mitchell comes back in for the Thunder. And Castle also substituted out in the spot of Fox. Inbound goes to Wemby. Wemby takes on Chet 101. Hardenstein right now on the bench. They send it wide out to the wing. Fox left the 3 short. Rebound secured by Mitchell. AJ Mitchell at the left wing takes on Vassell on top. McCain dribbles up to the elbow. Finds Chet. Chet leaves it outside for Jen McCain. Drives on Wemby inside the key. Goes up, no good. Altered by Harper. Rebound goes to Wemby. Wembenyama up the floor. Fox kick out corner. Johnson lays up the 3 off the mark. No good. Vassell tried to come up with a putback. Couldn't do so. And a loose ball foul picked up. Charge 2. San Antonio, I believe, here with Devin Vassell. Wow, that would have brought the whole roof down if Devin Vassell smashed that in for the 2-hand putback slam. But had the ball leave his hands off the fingertips and then picked up the loose ball foul. Inbound goes to the Thunder. AJ Mitchell. Dish out to the corner. J. Will, wide open 3. Before that, whistle and foul. Away from the basketball. Charge to San Antonio. And that was De'Aaron Fox. Away from the play, knocking down Chet Holmgren underneath the rim. Four personal fouls now by San Antonio, 1 by OKC tonight. Inbound goes to Mitchell. And Mitchell, so it's away from the play actually where a foul gets picked up, charged to the Spurs. So that's 5 for San Antonio. That puts the Thunder in a bonus. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Yeah, you can't be having that if you're San Antonio. Just mistakes like that, picking up fouls way too early. That's on Carter Bryant. That was the first time that Carter Bryant checked into the game. So he falls Holmgren. I guess it paid off, though, as he missed the first free throw. So first free throw bricked by Chet Holmgren. The pressure just keeps on getting higher right now for Chet Holmgren. Like, right now in the Western Conference Finals, a big series for him, needing to deliver. Second free throw is good. SGA at the scores table, waiting to get back in. OKC 17-5 leading, bench points. Fox out to the corner. Bryant sends it cross court. Johnson well off on the 3. Rebound secured by Wallace. That is not the shot attempt that they had hoped for with a contested corner 3. Wallace defended at the corner by Wemby. They move across court. Corner 3. AJ Mitchell over Fox. No good off the mark. Tipped off the glass. Rebound goes to Champagnie. Spurs by 4 with possession. Fox finds Champagnie. Sends it outside off to Wemby. Wemby takes on Chet 1-on-1. Hardenstein right now on the bench. Crossover. Wemby. Dish outside to the wing. Fox jab step. Open 3. Takes it. And he makes it from downtown. 7-point lead for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox is back. 9 points on 4 for 5 shooting in the opening quarter. Chet Holmgren guarded by Wemby. Top of the key. Chet sends it off to his right to Mitchell. Mitchell drives inside the key with the left hand. A scoop score up and in off the backboard. Good for 2 for AJ Mitchell. Back and forth we go. Wembenyama past the timeline. Wemby working on Chet. Hand off to Champagnie at the wing. Lobs it off to Wemby. 1-on-1 takes on Chet. Top of the free throw circle. Wemby drives downhill to the cup. Stripped and lost it. Turnover. Up the floor, McCain. One player to beat. It is Bryant. Up fake to the rim. And he scores the 2 up and in off the window. Nice little ball fake right there. Heading downhill with a head full of steam by Jared McCain. Bench point differential. Game 1 plus 34. Game 2 plus 32 tonight already. Plus 14. Off the bench for OKC. The 3-point shot skipped around the rim and out. Missed by the Spurs by Champagnie. They could have back off the offensive rebounds. Attacking the rim. No good. Missed by Johnson as he bricked the layup. Rebound back to the Thunder. Thunder trail 15-0. To begin this game, Mitchell, bad pass picked off in transition by Carter Bryant. Johnson, 2-on-1 lob. Bryant, Wemby down low. Wemby going up and gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by Wembenyama. There's a thing called ball movements, but when you got 3 players that close to the rim, 3 passes being made, that is way too much. Like, no need to make all those extra passes there at the rim. You had a numbers break. Only needed to make that second pass, not an additional pass, and that's what led to the shooting foul. They could have had the clear cut too if they had just stuck with a layup off the additional pass before the third one was made. 2 shots here by Wembenyama. First one is off the mark. Hey, what's good, Daniel? Welcome back in, bud. Ariel, thanks for joining in. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Carter Bryant on the bench now for the Spurs. An NBA executive, remaining anonymous, said that the league is terrified for the next 15 years about what Victor Wembanyama will accomplish in the NBA. Second free throw is good. On another planet for Wemby, puts his team up by 4, 28-24. Where the difference has been in this game, though, for OKC to cut the deficit, that's because of their depth. For the Thunder, major difference in bench points tonight. Shea, kick out, corner 3, J-Dub, or J. Will, skipped around the rim and out. J-Dub not playing. Jalen Williams, number 6, missed the 3. Fox, edge of the midcourt logo. Dribbles on top, slides it off to Wemby. Pull-up jumper from deep range. Victor Wembanyama sizzles in the 3. Steph Curry range there for Wemby. 7 points now for Wembanyama tonight. Shea drives the elbow. Jumper, no good. Well off the mark. Broke it up on the bounce off the Spurs. And San Antonio trying to plead the call. They thought it was clearly out by OKC. What's good? Edit on the stream. Welcome back in, bud. San Antonio coming out firing. 6 for 14, 42% from the perimeter. OKC 4 for 10 right now from 3. Divine Faith in the stream. Welcome on board. We have 21 and a half seconds left to go in the opening quarter. And there'll be a timeout taken on the floor by the Thunder. 31-24, 21 and a half seconds left to go to close out the quarter. And discussion right now by the officials about who touched this basketball last off the fingertips of Champagny. And then it seemed like it went out of bounds off J. Will, number 6. And the referees pointed that it was Thunder basketball. So the referees initially pointed it was Thunder basketball. That might have got reversed after initial point to put it San Antonio ball, and now the Thunder are challenging it. So the Thunder are challenging possession of this basketball with 21 and a half seconds left to go in the first. So we'll be back in a couple moments from now. 31-24, Spurs by 7 as we head to the timeout. Wow, what a series between these two teams. We got a bunch of people in on the streams. You guys are the real legends. MVPs out here at the channel. 500 plus. Let's go. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I cover play-by-play, NBA, basketball games, March Madness games for college hoops, Caitlin Clark, WNBA streams I plan on doing in the off-season in the summer. Throughout the regular season, it's Boston Celtics streams that I cover. I'm a Celtics fan, if you guys didn't know, but once the playoffs comes, it's whoever plays in the playoffs. And I'm planning to cover every single game throughout here on out, so feel free to be a part here on the channel throughout the conference finals all the way into the NBA finals. Hit us up in the chat. Type in the chat who you guys like to win here tonight. Type it in Spurs or Thunder. And let me know out there where you're representing from, where you guys are watching from. Type in your state, type in your country, type in your city. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Hit us up in the chat there. Thunder are challenging possession of the basketball. 7-point lead by the Spurs, 21 and a half seconds left to go in the first. Call is overturned. Thunder retain their timeouts. Wow, we got North Carolina out on the stream. Welcome to Jorge Acra. Thanks for joining in for the Philippines. Great supporters out in the Philippines. We got Jason from Korea. Welcome on board. Got that's awesome. Getting the international reach here on the channel. So this is gonna be wow. So that was upgraded to a foul charge to San Antonio. So free throws coming up here by Jalen Williams, number 6. First one is good. So off the loose ball, it was upgraded to a foul on the Spurs, and they're over the limits. Second free throw is good. Cuts the deficit down to 5. Shot clock turned off. Spurs with possession. Fox crosses the timeline. De'Aaron Fox taking on Cason Wallace one-on-one. Slides it off to Vassell. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Moves it off to the top of the key. Wemby taking on Caruso off a mismatch. Final seconds left to go. Wemby dribbles out. Wemby downhill. Head full of steam to the rim. And Wembanyama going up to the rim. Picks up the offensive foul. That is unfortunate because there's 0.1 remaining on the timer to close out the first quarter. An offensive foul by Wemby, running right over Jalen Williams, number 6 of OKC, inside the key with 1/10 of a second on the clock. That's brutal. Man, that is brutal. You'd rather have a shot clock violation at the buzzer than have an offensive foul with 0.1 left to go. That's tough. And that's how we close out the end of the quarter. That was the second personal foul, by the way, tonight for Victor Wembanyama. That's tough to watch there. Yeah, that's going to sting. 2 fouls in the opening quarter. Now Wemby's in a little bit of foul trouble. So he's going to have to be thinking about limiting minutes for Wemby going into the second quarter. That right there is an ultimate game changer by the Oklahoma City defense. Right now, OKC down by 5. And OKC, without Wembanyama on the floor, they have been able to climb from a big deficit. Oklahoma City, without Wemby on the floor, is a plus 15 without Wemby playing. Right now, we head into the second quarter coming up. We'll be back in a couple moments. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right now in the timeout, if you guys are new in the stream, keep on smashing the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here at the moment. About to get to the second quarter of action, a couple minutes from now. What's good, Jake? Welcome back in. 74 Jade, welcome on the stream. Game for the taking. Born out in Texas, raised in Kansas, living in Australia, watching from Thailand. Wow, been all over the map there for you, bud. That's awesome. Yeah, I wish so, King Menno. 2 really good regular season games this year between Celtics and Spurs. Yeah, unfortunately, just not the year for Boston. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm a Celtics fan, by the way. I'm from Massachusetts. But when the playoffs comes, I do cover all the teams that's in the playoffs when the games get deeper into the playoffs. If you're from the U.S., you can watch this game on NBC or Peacock. NBC and Peacock is having this game in the U.S. Looks like in the Philippines. I think they can get it on NBA TV Philippines over in the Philippines. I'm going to check to see what Canada can get it on. We get some Canadian viewers usually checking in. TSN has the game tonight over in Canada. Yeah, you guys, legends out in the Philippines. Got another one for the Philippines with SE7 on the channel. Australia, Mitch on the stream. Welcome in. Got some good Australian fellowship. That's awesome. You get back to action. Thunder right to left on the floor with the opening possession. SGA on the court alongside Chet, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, number 6, and Lou Dort. SGA sends it on top. Straightaway three, and Chet Holmgren buries the jumper. That is good from the top of the key. Cuts the deficit down to 2. To be 31-29 right now. Spurs with possession. Fox inside the key, leaves it outside into the hands to Champagny. Yeah, my scoreboard's wrong. It's the score bug graphic. For some reason, it's off a point. It usually updates within like a minute or two in case it's wrong. It does that like once every blue moon or so. It's 31-29 right now. OKC with a possession off the miss by San Antonio. SGA at the top of the key, takes the three of O'Brien, splashes in the three. There's the right score, 32-31, the first lead of the night for OKC after they trail 15-0 to start off this game. Jalen Williams inside the key, rips it away from the hands of Carter Bryant, a Spurs turnover. Holmgren outside into the hands to SGA. SGA, kick out, Carter. Outside to the wing, Lou Dort gets the way off to J. Will, number 6. He takes on Castle 101. Slides it off to Dort into the hands to SGA. SGA for the timer. Outside finds J. Will. Takes the jumper. Splashes in the triple. Oklahoma City red hot in this game all of a sudden. Major difference in bench points. Jalen Williams, number 6, going off in this game off the bench. Carter Bryant buries the 3 for the quarter. Big response right back for the Spurs. 3-point shooting contest between these two teams. OKC leads bench points 24-6. They put 7 guys in double figures in the previous game. 1-point lead for the Thunder. SGA gets the way to Chet. Chet off the double team. Outside J. Will. Dribbles up jumper. Deep 2 baseline. Off the mark. No good. Rebound. Secure by Castle. Stephon Castle out of the pack. He finds Fox. De'Aaron Fox dribbles, drives, inside the key, puts up the shot, scores the 2. Lead goes right back to San Antonio. Back and forth we go. 11 points now for De'Aaron Fox. SGA at the baseline. Bounce pass underneath. Backdoor layups. Good by Cason Wallace. Wow, this game has got a lot of pace to it right now. Rapid fire scoring at its finest. Outside with Fox. Into the hands to Castle. Castle the top. Jacks of the 3. It is good for the perimeter. It's a laser beam from downtown by Stephon Castle. 2-point lead for the Spurs. 9 minutes left to go before halftime. 8 for 17 from 3 for San Antonio. SGA at the wing. A step back 3 over Bryant. It's an air ball. This ball gets loose. Tipped over the Wallace. Lobs it up over the top. Chet Holmgren dunks it down with a 2-hand alley-oop jam. Right place, right time for OKC. Wembenyama at the low block, shovels off the Bryant, outside Fox, push pass, corner 3 at Castle. Skidded off the rim and off the fingertips on the bounce off Champagny. Both of these teams red hot from the perimeter. 7 for 14 by OKC. 8 for 18 by San Antonio. 44% for the Spurs, 50% for the Thunder. San Antonio led by De'Aaron Fox. 11 points in 12 minutes plus 2 assists. 11 points off the bench by Jalen Williams, number 6 for the Thunder. An incredible series between these two teams. Tied up at 39 with 8.5 remaining before halftime. Thunder with possession. SGA at the wing of the perimeter. Takes on Castle. Dribbles up to the mid-block. SGA, a couple up fakes. Follow over. Castle sticks in the 2. What a game. Orange, welcome in. Harris, welcome on the channel. Dylan Harper slows down tempo for the Spurs. Bounce pass goes to Harrison Barnes. First time on the floor for him tonight. On the floor alongside Wembenyama, Bryant, and Castle as well. Carter Bryant at the baseline. Skip pass, wing, Castle, extra pass made. Barnes, corner three, missed off the mark. Offensive rebound. Harper powers his way underneath and scores the two. Dylan Harper right to the rim off the putback. Guys picking up one another tonight on the floor. Cason Wallace, hounded by Harper, got it back, stuck at the edge of the midcourt logo. Gets the way to Chet, 10 in the timer. Chet working on Wemby. Stuck at the free throw circle, outside off to Wallace. Jump over Wemby, missed off the mark. Rebound secure by Bryant. Spurs with possession. Lob goes to Wemby. Wembenyama takes on Chet at the wing. 101. Victor Wembenyama driving, runner, bumped into and fouled. And two free throws are waiting for Wemby. At the charity stripe, clock will stop with 7:17. So two shots here coming up at the free throw line for Victor Wembanyama for San Antonio. First one, no good off the back rim. If you're from Thailand, which Donald's from Thailand, where you can watch the game, looks like it's on True Vision Sports 1 in Thailand, according to what it says online. 7 points tonight in 13 minutes by Wemby, plus 10 on the floor. Yeah, whenever Wemby's out there on the court, they have to grow this lead as much as possible. Right now, SGA is on the bench for OKC. So if you're San Antonio, now's the time you have to grow this lead. Wembanyama up to 8. Yeah, really good game tonight between these two teams. If you're just joining in, San Antonio started off with a 15-0 run to open up the game. McCain, a follow-away shot over Wemby. Got it a drop. It's good for 2. Nailing down the shot at the low block. Dylan Harper into the hands to Vassell. Vassell gets the way off to Harper on top. Castle. Castle, entry pass lob. Looking for Wemby. Held up and fouled by Holmgren. The clock will stop with 6:49. And we will take a timeout on the floor. Spurs will burn a timeout. Chet Holmgren, the personal foul. Victor Wembanyama, only player in the game with 2 personal fouls for San Antonio. Chet Holmgren just picked up his second for the Thunder. Timeout on the court. 1-point lead for OKC. 43-42 as we head into the timeouts. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, we go to the timeout right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. I cover play-by-play of basketball games here, NBA games throughout the playoffs. I covered a March Madness tournament, NCAA tournament back in March, early April. Coming up after the conclusion of the NBA Finals, probably going to do some Caitlin Clark streams during the summer. And then usually when the regular season comes back, and it's usually Celtics streams during the regular season. But want to start tonight in this game here. If you're just joining in, looked like San Antonio was going to run away with it. 15-0 starts in the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds of action. They were red hot to begin for the Spurs, and then the Thunder erupted on a run themselves, cut the deficit down to 9, and before you knew it, it was 19-10 going into the first time out by San Antonio, and then Thunder eventually took the lead in the early stage of the second quarter. OKC outscoring San Antonio 17-11 in the second quarter after the Spurs led 31-26. at the end of one. And so far, turnovers have not been a difference maker, which is good for the Spurs because they have been really struggling to control the basketball. Right now, the turnover margin is even 5-5 tonight. Rebound margin +1 for OKC, 14-13. Both of these teams nailing shots. 16 for 32, 50% for OKC, which sounds surreal for them because they started off stone cold from the floor. They started off 1 for 7 to begin this game. They missed their first 6 shot attempts from the floor for the Thunder. And ever since that, they are 16 for 26 shooting for OKC. San Antonio, 50% as well, 15 for 30 from the floor tonight. Both teams nailing their threes. Thunder, 7 for 14. Spurs, 8 for 19. Bench points been a major difference maker in terms of the Thunder scoring off the bench. 28 bench points, 11 by J. Will, 6 each by Wallace and McCain, Caruso with 5. 28-10 in bench points in favor of OKC. MVP against DPOY. Harrison Barnes near side front court, the inbound pass. Their Spurs get possession as we come back from the timeouts. 5 of the floor look like this for San Antonio. Wemby receives it. Wemby down low. Wemby puts it up. No good off the mark. Barnes offensive rebound. And it was fouled on McCain. Barnes, Wemby, Castle on the floor. As this will be a respot side in inbound coming up for San Antonio. Barnes, Castle, Wemby. Inbound goes to Castle. Dylan Harper also on the floor alongside Devin Vassell, the 5th player in the court. Vassell slides it on top into the hands to Castle. Lob goes to Wemby, followed by Hardenstein. The Hardenstein with a reach and foul. That's now the Thunder's 3rd personal foul this quarter. The opening quarter, San Antonio got into deep foul trouble. Now it's some foul issues for OKC in the early stage of the quarter. Inbound goes to Castle. Outside Vassell launches the 3 over Caruso and sticks it down for the triple. Lead goes right back to San Antonio. Devin Vassell playing out of his mind tonight. That's his 3rd made 3. He has 9. Isaiah Hardenstein, top of the key on the floor alongside McCain, Mitchell, Caruso, and Joe. If you're the Spurs, Wemby on the floor, this is the time you get on the run with SGA currently on the bench. Mitchell drives, follow away, low block, and the Paul George special from the bubble missed off the side of the glass. Rebound goes to the Spurs. Vassell outside Wemby, edge of the midcourt logo. We're down to under 6 minutes left to go before halftime. Wembanyama off the double team, looking to get it away, shovels it off to Vassell. Vassell 101, it takes on Isaiah Joe. Crossover, dribbles up, jumper, baseline, no good off the mark. Rebound secured by Mitchell. Thunder have it out of the pack. AJ Mitchell at the wing, slows down tempo. Defended by Castle, drives on Castle, puts it a shot, blocked by Castle. Wembanyama comes away with the basketball. Up the floor, San Antonio lost it with Harper, rolling on the bounds and off the... So we'll wait here if this was out of bounds off Harper or not. Initially, it looked like they pointed off a Thunder player, but just awaiting the call. Yeah, both teams have shot the ball efficient around 50%, but there's been some really good blocks to go along with this game as well. 3 blocks by the Spurs, 2 of those by Castle, 1 by Wemby. As Wemby will head back to the bench, and 1 block by the Thunder. That was by Caruso. So it has been rolled a turnover charge to Dylan Harper. Thunder with possession. Thunder. Wow. Foul. Reaching in. Charge to Vassell. Devin Vassell shoving Isaiah Joe from the backside down. That should have been a turnover. Isaiah Joe completely left his spot, and Isaiah Hardenstein missed the pass to it. Went out of bounds, but a foul was picked up. Charge to Vassell. Back out to Hardenstein at the elbow. Nice bounce pass, trailing the play and scoring the 2 with McCain. That was a sweet possession there for OKC. Some extracurricular activities in the backcourt. Stephon Castle knocking down Alex Caruso in the backcourt, just picked up the offensive foul. That's a dumb mistake. Can't have that happening off the next possession. So an offensive foul charged to San Antonio. Ball goes back to OKC. Handoff. Hardenstein. Caruso dribbles up and drives inside the key, off balance. Draws the shooting foul. And now the Spurs start to get in trouble with their fouls. Alex Caruso with 2 free throws coming up at the line. That's on Keldon Johnson, who picked up the personal. First shot by Caruso is good. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What a game tonight. 15-0 run to start things off for the Spurs. Looked like they were going to run away with it, but mistakes recently by San Antonio, opening up the door for OKC to take the lead. Right now, the Thunder back up on top, 46-45. Second free throw, right down the middle, buried by Caruso. Man, Caruso just such a good player. Ultimate role player. Keldon Johnson, past the timeline, taking on AJ Mitchell. Keldon Johnson, spin cycle, free throw circle. It's an offensive foul. Turnover charge to San Antonio. AJ Mitchell taking a shot around his head area. Yep. Oh, heavy elbow. Heavy elbow by Keldon Johnson, picking up the offensive foul. Yeah, that was the offhand for Keldon Johnson, lowering that left elbow right into the face of AJ Mitchell. What a story that would be for Vegas, winning the Stanley Cup after firing their head coach around midseason. Inbound goes to OKC. Caruso sends it off to Hardenstein. Hardenstein, bounce pass finds Joe. Joe laces up the 3. Isaiah Joe splashes in the 3. 5-point lead, largest lead tonight for the Thunder. Spurs with possession. Fox drives, attacks, swings it out to the wing. Vassell upbeat, gets past Joe off the dribble. Jumper, high arcer off the glass, no good. A rebound controlled by Hardenstein. Right now, San Antonio getting into a scoring rut. Thunder outnumbering the Spurs 24-14 in the second quarter. Hardenstein, his pass kicked ball, charged to Cornette. That will reset the offense. Eagle can see both of these teams going to the championship. Yeah, well, it's not too often you see 2 teams from the same conference, number 1 and number 2, rack up 60-plus wins in the regular season. These 2 teams just outright dominant this year. Inbound goes to Hardenstein. Big difference tonight in the game, 35-10 bench points going to the Thunder. It's been like that the entire series. And an offensive foul charged to OKC. And that's exactly what the Spurs needed. Spurs needed that right there to give them a little boost of momentum. And when Victor Wembanyama has been on the bench, things have gone southwards for San Antonio. Wemby tonight a plus 12. The bench a major minus. Keldon Johnson tonight a minus 18. De'Aaron Fox stripped inside the key. Loose ball. Fox hits the deck, tied up. We're still waiting for the call. It should be a tie-up. This should clearly be a tie-up. As De'Aaron Fox got stripped. And him and it's going to depend on who forced the tie-up. I believe Case and Wallace. I believe it's Case and Wallace. Joe was in there. Hardenstein was in there. I believe this should be Case and Wallace and Fox jumping this one up off the tip. Thunder are going to get a substitution. Lou Dort comes back in on the floor. Wemby's still on the bench. So Victor Wembanyama tonight, plus 12. Champagne a +5, De'Aaron Fox a +7, but the bench is just a monster minus, and it is Wallace and Fox going up for the jump ball. Tipped up and tipped around to Case and Wallace as he was able to recover his own jump ball. Thunder by 5 with possession. SGA back on the floor, no Wemby on the court. Looking to go, score some more. SGA right to the rim, a leaner, good for 2 off the glass. Everything going in the favor of OKC. SGA 7.6 assists tonight. Keldon Johnson at the wing. Sends it off to Fox, deflected by Wallace out of bounds and off of Wallace. That was close to being a Spurs turnover, and now Wemby will check back in. So this is the time where San Antonio needs to get on the run. Victor Wembanyama back on the floor for the Spurs. Yeah, that was out by Wallace. Towards the near side. Inbound, Castle. Outside, Wemby. His 3 came up short. Rebound goes to Wallace. Thunder by 7 with possession. SGA on the court alongside Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Isaiah Hardenstein, and Isaiah Joe. SGA outside on top. Cason Wallace had possession and going to be rolled a turnover. Charge to SGA. Timeout on the floor. 2:49 left to go before halftime. As the Thunder will take the timeouts. What a game tonight right now. Just resiliency to overcome a 15-zip deficit for Oklahoma City. Yeah, the bench has not been good for San Antonio. That's my concern. Going into the pregame, I talked about the bench between the two teams. So last game, Oklahoma City had 7 players score in double figures. Jalen Williams for J-Dub, number 8, not playing tonight, injured due to the hamstring. He's probably going to miss multiple games, most likely, because it took him like almost a month to get back from the previous hamstring injury, the one he suffered against Phoenix. But 7 players in double figures in game 2. Now, they had 12 out of 14 players play in game 2 that were available. Tonight, they've had 10 different players play. And Jalen Williams, number 6, Jay Will for the Thunder, and Isaiah Joe. Both of those guys scored single digits the last game. Well, look what's happening tonight. Jalen Williams, number 6, set the tone early on. After his team struggled, got his team back in the game, coming off the bench, drilled a couple major threes. 3 for 4 from the perimeter by Jay Will. 11 points in 10 minutes, a plus 15 on the floor. 7 points by Caruso, 8 points by McCain, 6 by Wallace, 3 by Joe. Bench has been spectacular for OKC. Plus 16 each by McCain, Wallace, Caruso off the bench, plus 15 by Jay Will, Isaiah Joe, plus 5. On the other side, San Antonio's bench is really struggling. And where the Thunder can get 7 guys in double figures, they can honestly get as many upwards as 9. And if J-Dub returns, they can get up to 10 players scoring in double figures for the Thunder. Whereas San Antonio, I'm not sure if they're going to have enough to get them there with their bench. They had 5 players score double figures the last game. They did miss De'Aaron Fox, so that gives you a 6th guy that's capable to reach double figures. Fox already did that tonight with 11. And though off the bench, major question marks. So, I don't think that Harrison Barnes, nor Luke Cornett, nor Carter Bryant, or Jordan McLaughlin is going to reach double-digit points. That's where there's a difference in the series, is between guys that can produce off the bench, which the Thunder have, and guys that struggle to produce off the bench, which that's the bench for San Antonio. Minus Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper just 2 points tonight, but he's been the 4th best scorer so far in the playoffs. But also Keldon Johnson, too. He's a guy capable off the bench of scoring in double figures. But Barnes, Bryant, Cornett, those guys, probably not going to do that. What's good? Otamura, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Victor, thanks for joining in on the stream. Going to get back to action in just a moment. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Bunch of people pouring in 400 plus right now. You guys the real legends, MVPs out here on the stream. 26-14, second quarter start for the Thunder. Spurs led big time to begin this game, 15-0. Been a tale of two different quarters tonight. Spurs with possession. Stephon Castle at the top. Dribbles up, drives inside. Runner. Castle off the back rim, no good. Gets his own rebound back, goes up, draws the shooting foul. Two shots coming up on the free throw line by Castle. Adele, glad to have you back in, bud. I'll be back live tomorrow night. Cavs against Knicks. Feel free to do so for Game 3 action. And hope everybody has a great weekend ahead. And hopefully everybody enjoys their holiday weekend coming up in the U.S. and make sure we honor those who sacrificed their freedom on this Memorial Day coming up on Monday. First free throw is good. At the line by Castle. Second free throw, right down the middle. Basically everything throughout this game statistically locked in at dead even. Just the bench has been a major difference maker for the Thunder tonight. Thunder with possession. SGA off the crossover. Drives on to Wemby. Inside the key. SGA blocked by Wemby. And in the corner, Fox came away with the basketball. Here goes the Spurs up the floor. Champagny finds Wembanyama at the right wing. Takes on the Hardenstein. Drives on the Hardenstein. Puts up the shot. Off balance. Drew the foul. And this should be two free throws coming up here for Wembanyama. Isaiah Hardenstein getting into a little bit of foul trouble. And that's now his second personal foul. So both Hardenstein and Chet with two personal fouls each. And Wemby playing with those two fouls tonight. McCain also with two. Player with the most fouls is Keldon Johnson with three. And Stephon Castle has two fouls. Wemby, two free throws. First one's good. They get the graphics focused with a camera on Bismack Biyombo, former member of the Miami Heat, alongside Kelly Olynyk, who's also on the Spurs bench. They get some veteran guys in the locker room as like a veteran presence between Bismack Biyombo, Kelly Olynyk, Mason Plumlee. Those three guys seen on the bench. Both of the shots good at the line for Wemby. 8 for 10 now as a team at the free throw line. San Antonio 6 for 8 for the Thunder. SGA has it at the elbow. Rises for the jumper. Deep two. Got it. Able to knock it down for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Back and forth we go. 54-49 to SGA. Working his way up to 9 points tonight in the opening half. Stephon Castle at the left wing. Dribbles up, drives in Wallace. Jumper, 15-footer straight away. Left short. Rebound goes to Mitchell. SGA. Pass midcourt. Burst the speed. Attacks the rim. A kick out quarter. Up fake Wallace. Wallace outside finds Mitchell. Mitchell at the mid-block. Outside Lou Dort. Rainbow three by Dort. Missed off the mark. Vassell came away with a defensive rebound and a bad foul. Picked up in the backcourt. Charge to Wallace. And they are over the limit, so two free throws coming up at the free throw line for San Antonio. Yeah, that's one you cannot have for the Thunder. Case and Wallace picking up a loose ball foul in the backcourt. Resty, welcome in. Resty going for home court advantage, taking the Spurs tonight. Yeah, the Spurs, they have the best record in the entire NBA in games following a loss for them. They haven't lost back-to-back games since early January for them. 19-5 record in games after a loss. So they have always found a way to respond for San Antonio. First one is good. Oh, that's awesome. Good game between Florida and Texas Tech. That's great, man. Yeah, the softball team that they broadcast for this year, one of the teams that I did broadcast for the past, UMass Dartmouth, they made it to their deepest run ever. And the NCAA Tournament Super Regionals, they lost yesterday. They played against Mount Union yesterday out of Ohio, number 11 team in the country. They got out of their regional. They upset WPI, which was finished the season at 44-5. SGA at the top of the key. Off the double team for SGA. Final minute left to go before halftime. Finds Caruso in the corner and draws the shooting foul. 3 shots covered up at the free throw line by Caruso. Got Wemby to bite off the up fake. Wembenyama did not need to jump up off a vertical. All he needed to do was just stand up and put a hand up to contest Caruso's 3. Wembenyama completely got faked off the up fake by Caruso, got baited for it, and then Caruso leaned into contact off the backside of Wemby, and Wembenyama just picked up his 3rd. First free throw is good. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I hear they have a really good college program for their athletics program. I've seen some of the courts that they have, like in the Midwest for like D3s, are like, it's crazy, like 5,000, 8,000 capacity for some of the arenas that they have for D3 out there in the Midwest. Yeah, not many schools up in the Northeast have like that big of an arena for D3. I know Springfield College has a pretty big arena. They sold out. They won the men's volleyball championship last month, and they sold out last month in the championship game out there. Second free throw is bricked by Caruso. We're down to under 50 seconds left to go before halftime. Castle at the top, taking on Caruso. Lob goes to Wemby. Wemby at the top of the free throw circle, working on Jalen Williams. Jumper, turnaround, left it short by Wemby. Rebound ripped away by Lou Dort. 4-point lead with OKC with a possession. SGA gets it away. Oh, nice touch pass. Caruso, corner 3. Laser beam. It's good by Jalen Williams. That was an incredible possession right there. Inside to outside. SGA, Caruso, J. Will with a triple. 7-point lead by OKC. 15 seconds left to go before halftime. De'Aaron Fox has that the midcourt logo. Fox with a screen set by Wemby. Pops up for the jumper off the step back. Missed off the back rim. All of a sudden going cold to close out the quarter. OKC 3/4 court shot at the buzzer. Comes up short. And we head into halftime. 58-51. OKC up by 7. After trailing 15-0 to start off this game. The largest lead was 15 a couple times by the Spurs. But right now the Thunder building up a 7-point lead, the largest lead by OKC tonight. Absolute resilient to come on back like this for Oklahoma City. And their bench being the major difference maker so far in this matchup. Let's see, gonna tally all these bench points tonight. 14 by Jalen Williams, drilling 4 threes. 8 points by Caruso, 8 by McCain, 6 by Wallace, 3 by Joe off the bench. 39 bench points going into half. That's crazy. That's like a final score for most teams. So some teams are lucky to generate 39 points in a game off the bench. Usually for like good teams, that's pretty much a final score. That's not a halftime box score. 39 bench points for the Thunder compared to 10 by the Spurs. Oof. Yeah, that's going to take a lot of time. That's something that usually takes around like a year. Yeah, Jason Tatum was ahead of timeline for his injury. So it took Tatum like 10 months, but usually a lot of players coming back from an Achilles tear take around 12 months for a lot of guys, like up to a year. And then also making sure they don't rush back into it. If there's any like calf issues or anything, it could be like a re-injury too. So that's why Tyrese Halliburton suffered that in Game 7 last year, and he got sidelined for the whole year. So when Halliburton comes back, it'll be like 15 months for him when he comes back. I want to see if there's any progress on him, actually. Tyrese Halliburton says that he will be a full go for the Pacers summer mini camp for him. Okay. So it looks like Halliburton's determined to get back on the court, like 13 months after his injury. It looks like summer minicamp sometime this summer. I know, like, usually the training camp is around like September when the teams report, like around mid-September. And then the preseason starts usually like the first week of October. Preseason starts. Yeah, Summer League coming up July. Wow, Summer League starts July 30th. Yeah, always starts around the 4th of July for Summer League. October, early preseason. Wow, I'm looking at the schedule. There's a couple international games this year too. That's pretty cool. NBA Paris with San Antonio playing a game in Paris with Wemby's fan base out there. January 14th, January 17th, NBA Manchester game. Oh, that's in Paris too, I believe. Oh, Manchester, England. Yeah, Paris and then Manchester, England. So the Spurs next year are playing 2 games out in Europe. Paris on January 14th, Manchester, England on January 17th. Mexico City, Nuggets against Pacers on November 7th. And I don't know why they do these preseason games overseas. It's kind of odd. Mavs against Rockets, NBA China preseason, October 9, October 11. Yeah, I remember they did that. I think it was not this going into this year, the year prior after the Celtics won the championship. It was Celtics Nuggets. They did Abu Dhabi in the preseason. Yeah, one of the keys with an Achilles injury is a fast surgery. Yeah, Tatum had the surgery as quick as possible, and he the he had like the top doctors in the world because it happened in New York City. So he was very lucky that like they weren't playing around. They just rushed him to the hospital and had surgery immediately. Because if he was playing like elsewhere that doesn't really have like a good healthcare system or so, that would really hurt. Like he was lucky that uh I think the doctor that he had was the one who performed Kevin Durant's surgery too. Yeah, it's incredible with the whole international boom. You look at all the top players in the league, it's all like international guys nowadays. Wemby, SGA, Luka, Jokic. I think, yeah, Team USA is going to be really just in big trouble in the next Olympics. with the whole international boom of basketball, especially with France, Wembenyama, how they played right down to the wire against USA in 2024. Like, it was basically Curry, Durant, and LeBron who saved Team USA. Like, uh, uh, uh 2028 Olympics, those three might not be available in a few years based on when they decide to retire. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now at halftime. You're the legend, Siegel. Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, I got some good highlight clips to be posting up there later tonight. Big shout out to Assist for hitting me up on the highlight clips. Yeah, good question. I think it will be in the second half, a lower scoring second half. OKC 32 points in the second quarter for them. The Spurs came into this playoff series the top defense in field goal shooting percentage defense. So it was stunning that they got cut up like that defensively in the second quarter. Got outscored 32-20. I think they're going to make their adjustments and going to be playing much more physical in the second half, though. I think we're going to see a lot of guys hungry on a bounce back for the Spurs. Both teams shooting the ball. Well, Oklahoma City shooting the ball really well. San Antonio fell off a cliff last couple minutes. Like, they were trading buckets with one another. Both teams around 50% for the most part in the second quarter. And then San Antonio went stone cold to close out the second. Right now, 51% by OKC, 41% at halftime for the Spurs. No, I do not think that SGA deserves to be painted as a villain. I think like a lot of people don't like his style of play, but I mean, he scores points, he scores buckets, and like a lot of people talking about how he's like a free throw merchant and stuff like that. This first half, he didn't even go to the free throw line once for him. Like he gets to his spots, does his job, knocks down shots, and I mean, he does like lean into contact, but he is playing the game. Like lean into contact, push off. Bunch of guys do that, pushing off. Like that's his style of play. You have to respect that style that he's playing. So yeah, a lot of people just don't like how he plays the game, but I mean, he goes out, he balls out, and really humble player too. Like humble player, works hard. I don't think anybody ever expected him to be this good, to be two-time MVP, going back like 7 years ago when that trade was made. Like at the time, I think he was in his second year in the NBA. He was like a 13-point per game scorer when he got traded from the Clippers for a massive haul, and that completely just changed the landscape of the NBA. I remember that day. I think it was like, it was in the middle of the summer league, like the second week of July in 2019. What's good from the Philippines? We got MSA Films and Stories out from the Philippines. Thanks for joining in. Longest choke in the NBA. That was the biggest choke by the Cavs by a team that was up by 20 points plus with 7 minutes left. So the Cavs led by 22 with 7:45 left. And that was the first time that any team had blown a 20 plus point lead with around 7 minutes remaining. I think before that, teams were something like, I, I think it was a number like 632-0 or something like that. There were bigger chokes in the playoffs, but those were like earlier on in the game. I remember I covered in 2021 Ben Simmons, the game 7 where they blew a 26-point lead, lost to the Hawks in the second round. And yeah, that Philadelphia team was shot after that game. That was just that game just buried the entire career of Ben Simmons. I remember I covered a Memphis, Minnesota comeback that same year in 2021. Largest single game comeback in NBA history, 31 points. 2019, the Clippers overcame a 94-63 deficit late in the third to beat the Golden State Warriors 135-131 in Game 1 of the Western Conference first round. Thunder were down by 29 last year. They were trailing 69-40, came back to beat the Grizzlies in the second. They were down 69-40 in the second quarter, came back to beat the Grizzlies 114-108. That was in the first round last year. Here we go, start to the third quarter, left to right on the floor with the Thunder with a opening possession. AJ Mitchell on the floor alongside SGA, Hardenstein, Lou Dort, and Chet Holmgren rolling to the rim. Hardenstein dunks it with authority with a two-handed flush. Major slam right there with a big response by Hardenstein right off the bat to begin quarter 3. Stephon Castle on the floor alongside De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, Victor Wembanyama. Wemby at the top. Moves off to the corner. Champagnie takes the 3. Skipped around the rim and out. Rebound goes to Dort. Thunder right now are hungry. And the Spurs are starting to settle for shots. They are still in the cold. SGA at the top, working on Vassell. Jumper deep two, falling away off the back rim, no good. Castle secures the defensive rebound. First minute into the third. Attack of the paint with Fox. Fox left it short. Rebound goes to Hardenstein. Some poor possessions right now for the Spurs. That was a tough shot leading in for Fox. SGA jumper elbow off the mark. Wemby will let it bounce out of bounds off the Thunder last. Fox with possession. Skip pass. Quarter. Three. Castle. No good around the rim and out. All of a sudden, they've just been breaking their threes. Started off well from the perimeter, and all of a sudden have started to lose their stride from three. Here's a steal. Up the floor. Vassell going up and drew the shooting foul. So 2 free throws coming up at the line for Devin Vassell. Got clobbered hard off the steal, attacking the rim. Roki, welcome back in. Looks like he's got the EuroLeague final on there. 2 shots by Vassell. First one got the bounce. Second free throw is good. AJ Mitchell with possession. Into the hands to SGA. SGA dribbles up to the elbow, back out to the wing, takes on Fox 101. SGA sends a cross court. Lou Dort. 5 of the shot clock. Leaves it off for Caruso, who takes the three and makes the three from the perimeter. Bench points, but a major factor so far tonight and throughout the series for the Thunder. Caruso double figures with 11. Castle towards his left off the dribble. Castle fouled by Caruso. 2 free throws going to the line for Castle. Beg my pardon. They're going to say it's not on the shot, so it occurred before the shot, so it's a side and inbound. So instead, Castle, no 2 free throws. Fox slips off the dribble. He coughs it up and turns it over. Goes back over to the Thunder. Caruso had the steal. SGA bounce pass. Backdoor cutter. Ducking it down with a 2-handed flush by Holmgren. This game's starting to get out of control. San Antonio can't make anything. Champagny drills the J. That is good straight away from the top of the key. That's one they dearly needed. Had made 3 tonight for the Spurs. And they're not shooting the ball poorly. They're 10 for 18 from the perimeter tonight. Or 10 for 20. Thunder are 10 for 18 from the perimeter. 10 for 25 for the Spurs. We got some words here after the whistle. Castle with a steal. Castle came flying in. Got clobbered. Going up to the rim. Followed by Caruso. Castle going to be heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 here. That was a hard contact. Castle and Caruso having words against one another right now. See Castle going up and, yeah, going up right to the rim, and Caruso got him from the backside. Not really much. Just a little bit slight contact, but not really much there. First free throw missed by Castle. Yeah, Caruso right now is in the mind of Stephon Castle. Kind of mentally get away from that play and get into next play mentality and focus on the free throws. Second free throw is good by Castle. 9 minutes left to go in the third. 8-point deficit for San Antonio Thunder with possession. SGA baseline jumper off the double team. Off the rim, no good. Shoved in by Holmgren. Chet Holmgren able to surge right now in this game with back-to-back dunks. Wemby working on Caruso off the double team. High off the glass. Missed off the mark. Thunder bringing the physicality. It was Caruso and Holmgren off the double. Caruso with possession. 4 for 7 this quarter by the Thunder. Spurs just 1 for 5. At the wing. SGA off the double. Flings it to the middle. Picked off by Vassell. Up the floor finds Castle. Castle attacking the paint. Draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up by Castle. And things getting really chippy right now. So pushing and shoving at the end of the play between Stephon Castle and a member of the Thunder. I believe it was Mitchell, as things have to get separated between Castle and Mitchell. Stephon Castle absolutely heated. He's been like that last couple possessions now. And this is going to have to be checked up on the monitor to see if this will rule any flagrant here. Initial call, A.J. Mitchell shooting foul. Defending Castle at the rim. Castle took exception to how he was fouled. Just not liking what's going on, and you got to just keep your composure if you're Stephon Castle. A couple plays ago, he was not happy with the foul that Alex Caruso committed. But, I mean, there wasn't really much to that personal foul by Caruso, and that last one hasn't been a replay shown until right now. There's going to be a replay. I mean, he's just playing basketball. Yeah, Devin Vassell was the one who came in, actually, and then Castle, once he came down from behind, started clobbering dudes. Devin Vassell stood up for Castle. Oh, yeah, there was a push by A.J. Mitchell. And then Devin Vassell, right into the face of A.J. Mitchell, pushed Mitchell, touted him with a finger. And then Castle comes up, and Castle goes right after Mitchell. Yep, Vassell with the first pitch. Mitchell responds back with a push. Then Castle comes up, tries to get into it. And then, oh yeah, Castle tried to throw a punch. Castle tried to throw a punch. He was trying to find Mitchell, and he was trying to throw a punch, but there are way too many members of the coaching staff to restrain Castle. So this is all getting sorted out right now. Yeah, Castle was trying to throw a punch in there at the end. He was trying to find Mitchell. The Holmgren was in the middle. And Leyland his arms after he came back up. Yeah, the one that was with Caruso, it really wasn't much. That one was much more to shove by A.J. Mitchell in transition at the rim. Flagrant 1 assessed to A.J. Mitchell. So hard push as Castle is going in from the layup. Mitchell and Vassell shoving one another. Double technical assessed to Vassell and Mitchell. Yeah, nothing on Castle. So Castle's going to shoot his 2 free throws at the line. First one's good. Castle's lucky he never landed that punch. He was trying to go for it, and lucky that the coaches restrained Castle. Castle's second free throw. So Castle would no tech. on that, even though he's been the main guy that's been heated. Four falls now by the Thunder this quarter. San Antonio with 0. And the inbound goes to the Spurs. So double T is offset. Castle gets the inbound. Castle inside the key. Blocked from behind by Caruso. We got fouled though. Wow, that's number 5 for OKC for personals in the quarter. Thunder with 5 fouls, not even 4 minutes into the quarter. Foul trouble looks like this tonight. 3 personal fouls by Hardenstein, 2 each by Wallace, McCain, and Caruso. First shot missed short by Castle. 3 personal fouls by Wemby, 3 by Johnson for the Spurs, and then 2 fouls charged to Castle. So if you're just joining in, the Spurs are not shooting the ball well, but able to get to the free throw line multiple times, and all of a sudden, they're in the bonus for an entire quarter. OKC over the limit for the rest of this quarter. San Antonio 0 fouls in the third quarter. Castle buries the second one, cuts the deficit down to 7. SGA dribbles up, drives inside the key over Wemby, floats up the runner and scores. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, major shot, got 11. Castle bursts the speed inside, working on Shea, draws the shooting foul. This is start and stop, start and stop. Early third quarter. It seems like it's a free throw every single possession coming up the floor for the Spurs. That's now 6 fouls charged to the Thunder. Yeah, that's what I talked about earlier on in the pregame, is that usually the home team in the playoffs gets the benefit of the calls. The calls usually go against the road team much more in the playoffs, especially when they try to play this physical. And tonight the referees aren't making those no calls for the Thunder. First shot's good by Castle. 17 for 21 at the free throw line for San Antonio. Just 7 for 10 tonight for the Thunder. Greg, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Second free throw good by Castle. All of a sudden, 7-point lead we got again. Pass midcourt with SGA. SGA off the Holmgren screen at top of the key. Outside Caruso, push past McCain at jumper elbow. McCain off the mark, rebound ripped away by Wemby. Spurs down by 7 with possession. Vassell up the floor, drives an SGA, head full of steam to the rim. That will be a goaltend violation, charged to OKC. A bucket good for Devin Vassell. And all of a sudden, momentum shifting back in the favor of the Spurs. Chet Holmgren with a goaltend violation. SGA bumped into, followed by Castle. Third personal foul now on Castle tonight. Get the substitution in for the Spurs. Carter Bryant will check in. Hey, thank you for your service, Siegel. Inbound goes to SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Bryant. Bounce pass corner off to Caruso. Caruso attacks. Skip pass, corner, broken up out of bounds. This will stay Thunderball. Oh, wow. PK, go PK. Go Packers, go. Wow. Inbound goes to Chet, and away from the play, Jay Will bumped down and fouled. That's on Carter Bryant of the Spurs, who picks up the personal. This is super choppy with fouls. Wow, this third quarter seems like it's taking forever. Wow, they get the chants going on right now in the building, looks like. This foul is being looked at the monitor. Carter Bryant trying to get around the screen set by Jalen Williams. It's under review currently at the monitor on the Carter Bryant personal foul. That was some heavy contact there. Man, this game is ultra physical. Call has been overturned. So Carter Bryant has the personal foul. Oh, Thunder were challenging. They're going to send Shea to the line. Away from play foul, initially by Carter Bryant. Yeah, they upgraded this. They upgraded this foul. So Shea makes the free throw. Plus the ball for the Thunder. Yeah, you could see that these two teams completely just boiling over, that there's going to be players beating up other players at the end of this game if they keep it up tonight. Jimbo, welcome back in, bud. Inbound goes to Shea. Leaves it outside. McCain fires in a deep range three, and he buries it. 9-point lead for OKC. This dude's a triple machine with Jared McCain. 11 made three in a night for OKC. Wemby spins inside. Holmgren picks up the personal foul. Man, this is just outrageous with all these foul calls we're getting here. Jet Holmgren. Let's see what that is for him right now. That is number 3. Third personal foul tonight by Chet. Got some guys in deep foul trouble. Hardenstein, Chet, the double bigs with 3. Wemby has 3. 3 by Castle, 3 by Keldon Johnson. Into the timeout. We're not even midway into the third. 6:54 left to go in the third quarter as we take the timeout break. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Wow, this game is getting just out of hand. Like, everything is just boiling over to... I'm shocked that nobody's got ejected yet. Yeah, this is going well past 4 hours tonight. So we are not even midway into the third quarter. This stream's gone on for like over 2 hours currently. 2 hours and 5 minutes right now. Yeah, the game last night went by fast. The Cavs Knicks game. That was actually the fastest stream that they've had in a while, because the other two previous to that went into overtime, except for game 2 between these two teams. Let's see. So I usually start my stream like 10 minutes before the actual listed scheduled time. So I'm on the East Coast, so 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I start. So this stream's been going on for 2 hours plus right now. Yeah, yesterday was 2:56. Not bad. Actually, the Thunder Spurs, the game previous to this one, game 2 went for 255. And then the double overtime game was 325. Yeah, my regular season streams are like 2.5 hours for the most part, like 220, 225. These playoff games, like a bunch of them are like 245, 250, 255. Knicks Sixers. Wow, that must have been a quick game. Game 3, 215. Knicks Sixers game 2 stream, 3 hours. LDR 81. Oh, wow. Later, Kobe. The best ever. It's a great customized plate there. Wemby's at the free throw line shooting too. So Chet Holmgren picked up the personal foul. First free throw, good by Wemby. Somebody posted a video on Twitter the other day, and Mitchell Robinson's truck pulling out of MSG after game 1 had illuminated rims. Had one of those massive like trucks with the big tires on it. Second free throw is good. Cuts the deficit down to 7. Thunder with possession. Jalen Williams, number 6 on the floor, alongside SGA, McCain, Wallace, and Holmgren. SGA kick out. Holmgren outside. Wallace on top. J. Will gets it off to the corner. McCain drives on. Wemby with an offhand and scores up and in for 2. That's a strong take right there by Jared McCain. Yeah, that was a no call with the refs. So Wemby got smashed right in the face, drifted out of the play. Harper off the pivot, puts it up and draws the foul. Seems like every single possession for the Spurs leads to free throws. 2 shots covered up at the line by Harper. Man, this is just outrageous. First of all, San Antonio keeps on trailing by the margin that they keep on being by. They haven't been able to up their deficit just yet because they just can't get a stop. And then the next possession, they shoot free throws. Like, they might fall out all these Thunder guys out of the game at some point in the fourth. First free throw is good by Harper. Spurs cannot get a stop. And then the Spurs are just shooting free throws. 8 for 11 by the Thunder tonight at the line. Spurs 81%, 21 for 26. Second free throw missed around the rim and out. Splitting the free throws there by Harper. SGA with the basketball. SGA drives, kick out, quarter, 3. Case and Wallace, no good. It skipped around the rim and out. Tipped up to Harper for the defensive rebound. Down by 8. Finally, we're midway through this quarter. Harper into the hands to Bryant. Outside off to Wemby. Wemby takes on J. Will in the corner. Wemby gets it away. Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant drives on Chet. Over Chet, no good. And Chet with a great contest. The rebound goes to SGA. Up the floor, McCain with a 3 off the mark. No good. A rebound recorded by Vassell. Down by 8 for the Spurs. Carter Bryant on top finds Vassell out to the right wing perimeter. Dylan Harper, bounce pass finds Wemby, takes on J. Will, 101, 8 on the timer. Jab step, jumper, deep 2, Wemby, left short, rebound goes to Holmgren. Wembanyama still a plus 11 on the floor, but struggling with efficiency, just 2 for 7 tonight, scoring 12 points. SGA slows down tempo. Finally, we have like almost a minute of constant basketball. SGA will disrupt that minute of constant play as he leans into contact and will get the benefit of the call to shoot 2 free throws. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wow, 6 overtimes. That's crazy. January 6, 1951. Wow, Indianapolis Olympians, Rochester Royals. 78 total minutes of playing time with no shot clock. Woof. Wonder if there's anybody still alive who went to that game that can like talk about their story. Wow. 48 minutes of action plus 30 minutes of overtime. Free throws good by SGA. 10-point lead for OKC now. Very close to being the largest lead tonight. OKC up by 12 is the largest lead. Wow, Chiefs against Dolphins. 1971. De'Aaron Fox slides it off to Vassell. Pops up on the three straight away. No good off the back rim. And offensive rebound controlled by Fox. Able to out-hustle SGA. Vassell surges to the rim. High off the glass. Score it. And one. Covered up at the free throw line by Devin Vassell. That's a big-time bucket. Cuts the deficit down to 8. There's a 5 overtime game between the Bucks and Supersonics back in 1989. The game lasted 73 total minutes of action, took around 4.5 hours to complete. Seven-point game right now. Devin Vassell, big time with that basket. SGA. Around the perimeter at the top, sends it off to Hardenstein, rolls down to the hoop and held onto from behind and fouled. It's now Luke Cornett who picks up the personal. NBA games for the most overtimes. Yeah, the two games that I talked about. Indianapolis Olympians, Rochester Royals, 6 overtimes. Bucks Supersonics, 1989, 5 overtimes. Yeah, a lot of these were like back in the day. Syracuse Nationals, Anderson Packers, 1949, 5 OT. 4 overtimes in the playoffs, Dame time. Portland Trailblazers, Denver Nuggets, 140-137 on May 3rd, 2019. Wow. Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, March 1st, 2019, 168-161, quadruple overtime. Raptors Heat, triple overtime, January 29, 2022. Out to the corner, Bryant into the hands to Harper. Step back three is good. Cuts the deficit down to 5. We approach the 4-minute mark left to go. Dylan Harper, confidence booster with him up to 6. SGA gets the way to the wing. Everybody starting to knock down shots in this game. Offensive rebound went back to Dort. SGA again buries the triple. Big time shot making going on between these two teams all of a sudden. Dylan Harper at the top. Working on Isaiah Joe. Dribbles right past them. Dish out corner. 3 in the air. Bryant. No good. Pinwheeled out to rebound. Goes to Dort. Wallace brings it up the floor. Up by 8 for the Thunder. Cason Wallace drives and Vassell right to the cup. Soars and scores. Up and in off the glass. They're going to count it here for the and one or no. They will not. They'll wipe away the bucket. So they will not count that previous layup for OKC. Wemby's going to check back in Free throws, though, at the line. 86 minutes by Wemby in games 1 and 2. That's the most in any two-game span of his NBA career. Tonight he's played 25 minutes. And the shots go down at the line for Case and Wallace. Back to a 10-point lead for the Thunder. Major impact with a bench in this game for OKC. They got 3 guys in double figures off the bench, 5 players scoring double digits in the game. Keldon Johnson at the low block, working on Dort, puts the shot, draws the shooting foul. Wow, we still have 3:19 left to go in the quarter. 2 free throws coming up by Johnson. This has been start and stop tonight. Yeah, Andres a couple minutes ago was talking about the longest NFL game. That was a Christmas Day game in 1971. Dolphins and Chiefs. Double overtime, 82 minutes and 40 seconds of total gameplay. Yeah, I remember this one. It was the longest one for duration. There was like a severe thunderstorm. During the game, they had 2 severe thunderstorms come through. Miami Dolphins, Tennessee Titans season opener. September 9, 2018. First shot good at the line for Johnson. Second free throw is good as well. Caruso past the timeline and reach and fall charge to Harper. Seems like every single possession there's a foul. This is crazy. Luckily, these 2 teams are super deep. So nobody's picked up 4 fouls yet. That's the insane part about it, is that nobody's picked up 4 personal fouls tonight. 3 personal fouls each by Hardenstein, Holmgren, Caruso, Wallace. 3 personal fouls for the Spurs each by Wemby, Castle, Johnson, and Bryant. First free throw was missed by Caruso. Second one goes in. Yeah, this is quite crazy with all the foul calls. Laura, thanks for joining in. 17 free throw attempts this quarter by the Spurs. Fox inside of Keough. Nice step through, able to score right down the middle for 2. 7-point game with just above 3 minutes left to go in the third. A timeout taken on the floor as the Thunder will burn the timeout. 84-77 as we go into the timeouts. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Start and stop today. Holy smokes. It's been just a constant free throw display here in the second half. Stephon Castle today, 10 for 12 at the line. Vassell perfect, 5 for 5. Wemby is 6 for 8 today. The Thunder, leading player at the free throw line, making 4 shots is Caruso. Caruso's 4 for 6, 3 for 3 by Shea, 3 for 4 by Wallace. Siegel with a dono. Let's get that dono hype on the stream for Siegel. You the legend, brother. Holy smokes. Good thing this is not on a work night for me. Luckily, tomorrow's a Saturday. Wow. Just saw a post here. A video shows Trevor Bauer climbing out of a $600,000 McLaren after nasty crash. Wow, that just happened today. It was from a couple of days ago, actually. Yeah. Wow. All right, we're heading back to action just a moment. 3:03 left to go in the third. So quite a bit of time remaining in this third quarter. De'Aaron Fox. Last possession going right into the timeout, able to dribble right down the middle. Nice move to the cup. Right past Hardenstein, finished at the rim. Fox, first game back tonight after missing the previous two of the series due to injury tonight, making an impact. 13 points, 3 assists. San Antonio has turned it over 10 times. Thunder with 9 turnovers. Turnovers really haven't made much of a difference in the game. It's been bench points tonight, which has been a huge factor in favor of Thunder. Caruso looking for more bench points. He has got it. Ripping the three right down the cylinder. 10-point lead again. Thunder with just all the answers right back. Fox from deep. Missed off the mark. Rebound secured by Hardenstein into the hands to Dort. Under 2.5 left to go in the quarter. Jared McCain at the wing. Dribbles up, drives towards his left, working on Fox. Back out to the perimeter. Into the hands to SGA. Takes on Johnson. SGA off the double team. So we have a whistle on the foul charge to the Spurs. That's on Keldon Johnson reaching in. 2 free throws coming up for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's now 4 fouls charged to Keldon Johnson tonight. So he becomes the first player to have 4. And SGA buries the first free throw. Kind of shocking with all the fouls we've had. 20 by the Thunder, 19 by the Spurs, that nobody is like much closer to being out of this game, or is at least not fouled out by this point right now. 4 personal fouls by Johnson, the first one to reach the 4 mark. Everybody else with 3 or below. Second shot's good. 12-point advantage for the Thunder. SGA working his way up to 18 right now, or 19 right now in the game. Count it. And the foul. Wemby able to finish. And the and one covered up at the free throw line. Victor Wembanyama receiving the pocket pass from Fox, rolling down, falling away over Holmgren to gut the bounce and one. That's massive. Massive for Wemby. Jet Holmgren, some deep foul trouble for him. That's now number 4. Dane and the stream welcome in. The free throw is good. Wembanyama puts his team back within single digits. Wemby tonight, a +9 in the floor. +7 by Fox. The bench not helping out, though. Major minuses coming off the bench. McCain driving inside the key with the right hand. Response right back with a layup. 91-80, OKC by 11. Champagnie racing up the floor, kick out corner. Castle back outside to the wing. Champagnie fires the three around the rim and out. Rebound goes to SGA. Thunder with possession. Shea up the floor at the elbow, gets it away to the top. J. Will outside. McCain fires the three, left it short. Rebound controlled by Keldon Johnson in the backcourt. Stephon Castle working on SGA outside Johnson. Up fake, blow by. Steps into a three. Has skipped around the rim and out. Tipped around. And J. Will controls the defensive rebound. Fox hobbling on one foot. Gets blown by off the dribble. Stripped to the bounds. Off Johnson as SGA was attacking. And De'Aaron Fox is hurt. De'Aaron Fox cannot put any weight on his foot. He is limping towards the bench. That is devastating. And that is devastating for the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox is now limping as he is now on the bench. Lou Dort battling for the loose ball. Dove on the right calf of De'Aaron Fox. That's a killer. That's a killer. Shea gets clobbered. Shea gets fouled. It's on Castle who picks up the personal. Man, that is brutal. Damn, they need De'Aaron Fox. Castle tonight, 6 assists, just 1 turnover. Gonna have to be Stephon Castle. Like he's been protecting the ball tonight, not the previous 2 games from Stephon Castle. Shea's gonna shoot 2 free throws. This game has been outrageous. Like, we might see multiple players fall out coming up in the next quarter. First shot's good by SGA. Poor man. He's on the bench right now. He's just, yeah, man, I feel for De'Aaron Fox, man. He is on the bench right now in tears. Knows that it looks pretty bad. Lob over the top goes to Wemby. Shoves it through with a one-handed flush. 7th assist in the night by Castle. Wemby up to 17. McCain gets it away. I'll fake it the wing with J. Will outside off to McCain. They're going to slow it down for OKC. 8 in the timer. Kick out. Wing at 3. McCain, no good off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. Off. No, it's going to be a loose ball foul. In the process, charged to San Antonio, battling Holmgren on the glass. If that's on Keldon Johnson, that's his 5th. Yep, that's on Keldon Johnson. That is his 5th foul tonight at the end of 3. Loose ball foul, battling Holmgren on the glass. Holmgren 2 free throws. First one's good. San Antonio in uncharted territory. They haven't lost back-to-back games since early January. Best record in the NBA following a loss for the Spurs at 19-5. Right now, trailing by 13 at the moment. It is the largest deficit of the game for San Antonio. Dylan Harper, edge of the midcourt logo. 4-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out at the end of 3. Wemby dribbles, drives inside, turnaround jumper over Hardenstein, a splash. It is good by Wemby. Final seconds left to go. Holmgren, Hardenstein pull-up jumper, no good off the mark. And we close out the end of the 3rd. Isaiah Hardenstein had to take the last 3. Don't see that too often out of him to attempt the 3-point shots. And right now, Oklahoma City up by 11. 95-84 at the end of the 3rd quarter. A foul fest in the third quarter. We'll go over foul trouble in a couple moments as we head into the quarter break. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. That three-point shot that Hardenstein missed at the buzzer, that was his first three-point shot attempt of the playoffs, and he went 0 for 7 in the regular season this year from three. Last year he went 0 for 19, and he hasn't drilled a three-point shot since his final season as a Knick in the 23-24 season for him. He's only drilled 27 threes in his entire NBA career, spanning back to 2018. Crazy amount of fouls in this game. 21 fouls each for both sides. Foul trouble looks like this. Keldon Johnson, severe foul issues. 5 personal fouls, a minus 23 on the floor in 12 minutes. He's got the same amount of points that he does as fouls tonight. That's just a bad game by Keldon Johnson. 5 fouls, 5 points, 1 for 5 shooting. 4 personal fouls by Stephon Castle. 3 each by Wemby and Carter Bryant. Foul trouble for the Thunder. 4 personal fouls by Chet Holmgren. 3 fouls each by Hardenstein, Caruso, and Wallace. Bench been a major plus tonight for OKC. Plus 24 by Jalen Williams, number 6. Plus 23 by Jared McCain. Plus 22 by Caruso. Jay Will with 14. Caruso has 15. McCain has 15. Those 3 guys knocking down 15 total shots out of 26, combining for 15 to 26 between McCain, Caruso, and Williams. Basically all are scoring a point a minute. 14 points in 15 minutes by Jay Will. Caruso, 15 points, 15 minutes. McCain, 15 points in 17 minutes. SGA leads the way. He's got 21, 12 by Holmgren. SGA with 10 assists. Yeah, and Spurs right now trailing, and it's not looking so hot in terms of the foul issues that they got going on. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thunder put up back-to-back quarters with 30-plus points. They had 37 in the third as we get back to action. Down low, no good, missing the layup was Harper, and the foul woes continue. It's going to be an offensive foul charge to San Antonio. Try to clear a pathway right there. Or no, beg my pardon, Dylan Harper just called in a turnover. Goes right back over to OKC. Hardenstein gets the way into the hands to Holmgren. Holmgren, follow away, jumper, mid-block, connects to the 2. This game started to get out of reach for San Antonio. Still some time, still opportunities. Champagny breaks the 3. That's not going to help. Rebound goes to Hardenstein. Right now, they're in uncharted territory. They haven't gone on a losing streak since early January. Hardenstein at the top. Bounce pass. Broken up. Picked off, though, by Vassell. Racing up the floor for Devin Vassell. Into the hands to Castle. Castle goes up. Castle gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Castle. Evo, thanks for joining in. Will, welcome in the stream. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you're like a first timer in the chat, one of the mods with Siegel, He's he does have a disability that he needs to like read in capitals for him. So it's not yelling. That's how he is able to like um yeah, be able to see for his sight. Humphrey, welcome back in. 12-point game. Thunder with possession. Caruso at the top. Slides it off McCann. Comes off the screen. It takes the three off the rim. No good. Castle secures the rebound. Racing up the floor now for the Spurs. Harper. Spin cycle. Gut pass. McCann right to the rim. No good. Blew the layup. That's an opportunity right there that they needed to get. They couldn't do so. OKC at the top. Hardenstein towards his right. Handoff Wallace. Wallace attacks. Kick out corner. Three. McCain sizzles the triple. 15-point lead. The largest one of the game for the Thunder. Timeout by the Spurs. 100-85. San Antonio led this game by 15. 15-0. And it is just been interesting today. And right now, the first team to 100 is not the Spurs, it is the Thunder. 15-point lead by the Thunder, 100-85 with 10:28 left. This Thunder team, they're just so deep. That's going to be the story of the series is the bench points. Somebody posted the bench points today on Twitter. It was a landslide coming into this game. Yeah, somebody posted this yesterday. Senior NBA writer, analyst for the Basketball Network, Yahoo Sports, with Damian Peters on Twitter, posted Thunder bench points 107, Spurs bench points 28. And this continues tonight, whereas the bench became a non-factor again for San Antonio. 16 bench points right now. Whereas Jared McCain himself is 18 points. $58 points off the bench for the Thunder. Damn. 58-16 and bench points. Just insane. Wow. 5 guys double figures. J-Dub isn't playing. Cason Wallace almost double digits with 8 points. SGA 21. Caruso 15. 18 by McCain. A 14 by J. Will. Holmgren 14. Yeah, OKC put Hardenstein in game 2 a lot on Wemby. And that was able to stop the flow of Wemby quite a bit, limit him much more. Wemby really hasn't been a presence at the rim. The ball movement's just been crisp and clean for the Thunder. Yeah, Shea has turned into a playmaker, so Spurs have brought out a lot of double teams at Shea, but he's made like all the right decisions getting it away. There's been a lot of possessions leading to like extra passes. Like winning the flow of the offense, 52% shooting for OKC, 48% from 3. Solid game from the perimeter for them. Yeah, back to action. Spurs with possession. That's a great sign to see. De'Aaron Fox, who went down with an injury late in the third quarter, is back in. Fox driving. Skip pass. Corner, broke it up on the bounds off Caruso. And it really hasn't been a terrible game with the turnovers. Thunder have 10, 11 by the Spurs. So it's been a much more even margin in turnovers for San Antonio compared to the last. Handoff Fox. Fox turnaround jumper, 15-footer, connects on it. All right, there's something. De'Aaron Fox back in the game. Sigh of relief for Spurs fans. 10 minutes left to go. Trying to mount a run. The issue tonight has been their defense has struggled to string together stops. Very few times they recorded consecutive stops. Runner right back at the Spurs defense. Is good for two by McCain. 20 points now by Jaron McCain tonight off the bench. Fox outside finds Wemby. Pops up with a three straight away. Bricked off the back rim. A rebound controlled by Vassell. Off the offensive board, Champagnie fires a three. Rips in the three. Cuts the deficit down to 12. And now you need stops. Jaron McCain. Pass midcourt, slows down tempo. Into the hands to Holmgren. Holmgren at the left wing takes on Champagnie. Turns the corner, drives outside Caruso. Caruso towards his left. Back out to McCain. McCain with 4 to shot clock. McCain dribble drive. Inside the key. Left is short. Partially blocked going up in the air. The Spurs have it and broke it up out of bounds. It went off of Fox according to the referees. Turnover by San Antonio. Caruso with a key defense able to break that up, and it went off of Fox out of bounds. Wow. Alex Caruso just game-winning plays. Yep, Alex Caruso stripped De'Aaron Fox. And it went off of Fox right to the NBC broadcasting crew. Turnover by San Antonio. Thunder basketball. Shea gets the way. Outside McCain launches the three off the mark. No good. Cornette battling on the glass. And a loose ball foul charged to Hardenstein. So right now, Wemby is resting on the bench. Yeah, for San Antonio, it's a must for them to get this back to single digits. 5th foul charge to Hardenstein. Chet with 4. The Bigs getting into some deep foul trouble for OKC. And Wemby has 3. Wemby is back on the floor. Fox. Turnover. His pass got stolen by Wallace inside the key. Outside McCain with 20, looking for more. Off the rim, short to rebound goes to Fox. Got lucky there for the Spurs, able to force a stop. Fox pass midcourt. Into the hands of Vassell. Lob goes to Wemby. Wemby, jumper, baseline, connects on it. It's a 10-point game, a 102-92. Victor Wembanyama plus 9 in the court currently. 21 points tonight for Wemby. Shea at the elbow. Dribbles back out around the perimeter. As we are down to under 8 minutes left to go. Shea 101 takes a Vassell. Ball got poked loose. Got it back though. Shea for the shot clock. Gets past Vassell. Vassell picks up the reach-in foul. So that's now number 3 tonight for personal fouls on Devin Vassell. Needing to get stops. This is a similar time that the Knicks were trailing by 22. They came back and won. Right now, it's still manageable for the Spurs to come on back. They're down by 10. To a guy like Caruso trying to prevent that from happening. Alex Caruso checks right back in. Jay Will. Bounce pass off to Shea. Gets the way. Holmgren tees up the 3. Huge rejection. Out of bounds by Champagnie. Julian Champagnie comes flying in and blocks Chet Holmgren. That's the energy that San Antonio needs to flip this game in the final 7:46. Inbound goes to Shea. Jab step back 3 over Castle. No good. Oh, we got fouled. 3 free throws coming up by SGA. That is a gigantic killer for San Antonio. Yep, both feet behind the three-point line in the step-back three. And Shea landed right into the landing zone where Castle's feet were. 3 shots coming up at the line by Shea. And the first one's good. 22 points now for Shea. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second free throw is good. I'll be back live tomorrow night covering Cavs against Knicks. Critical game that the Cavs need to win to save the series. Game 3 tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Third free throw is good. Shea buries them all. 13-point lead for the Thunder. 24 points, 10 assists tonight for SGA. Castle, past the timeline. Into the hands to Champagny, back out to Castle. 7.5 left to go. Flings it off to Champagny. Almost went wide. Champagny keeps it. Downhill, dump off underneath. Luke Cornett scores the 2. And right now, Luke Cornett on the floor in place of Wemby for a brief moment. Good production on that possession there for Cornett. J. Will, outside, open, 3, and no good left. Short by OKC by Wallace, and that was a questionable decision early on in the shot clock as the Spurs have the rebound. Beg my pardon, Wemby is on the floor. Once again, alongside Cornett, jumper, Wemby at the wing, no good, tipped off the glass, follow through. It is good by Vassell, up and in off the window. Single-digit game, Devin Vassell with a tap-in, timeout on the floor. Taken by OKC, 105-96. Signs of life for the Thunder. Champagny, the dish off to Cornett, and then the follow-up by Devin Vassell. Getting his team winning 9 right now with a timeout on the courts. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. What a game. Here comes San Antonio trying to make a run right now. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams on the channel. Right now, we are on the timeout here currently. SGA's got 24. McCain with 20. Big off the bench tonight. He's a plus 22 off the bench. Wemby leads the way for the Spurs, 21. 20 by Vassell currently. Yeah, huge difference throughout the course of the night. It's just the depth of the Thunder. Top to bottom down the lineup. They have 5 guys, double figure scoring. McCain with 20 off the bench. Caruso 15. J. Will 14. 59 bench points. Series is tied 1-1. 59-18 bench points in favor of the Thunder. Yeah, colossal difference maker in this series has been bench points throughout. Hart and Hustle right all there for San Antonio. Trying them out to come back. First quarter fiesta for the Spurs. If you guys are just joining in, the Spurs led 15-0 right out of the gate in this game. McCain, playoff career high 20. Jay Will, playoff career high 14. And then the Thunder came roaring back in this matchup. They outscored the Spurs 32-20 in the second quarter to take the lead in the early second. Back to action. Thunder led as many by 15. 100-85 was the largest lead. And all of a sudden, the Spurs cut the deficit down to 9. McCain brings up the lead to 11. 22 by Jared McCain off the bench for OKC. 6.5 left to go. Dylan Harper at the top, drives in Caruso. Jumper, 15-footer straight away, left it short to rebound, goes to Caruso. Thunder by 11 with possession. And they will slow down tempo. SGA on the floor alongside Jay Will, number 6. Chet Holmgren. Jared McCain, Alex Caruso. Shea working on Champagnie. Crossover at the top, off the double team, and gets it away, finds Caruso. Torres is left into the hands of McCain, skip pass, right wing, open, 3, Jalen Williams buries it, plus the foul. And one coming up, 4-point play for Jay Will. A playoff career high, 17 points tonight. Players step it up in a major way. This Oklahoma City team, just all the answers, so deep, top to bottom down the roster. That might have been it tonight. They just have all the answers, keep on shutting down the door throughout this matchup. Free throw is good. 4-point play complete. That's a major shot. Under 6 minutes left. Champagnie in the corner. Champagnie lays up the jumper, left off the rim. Short rebound goes to McCain. This looks like it's going to be the first losing streak by San Antonio since January. Major response by OKC on the road. Keeping their perfect road winning streak alive in the playoffs. Step back 3, missed short by SGA. Rebound goes to Harper. Spurs with possession. They're going to slow down tempo right now. Fox at the right wing working on SGA. Drives on him to the low block. Fox up feet, goes underneath, and got it poked loose. Got it back to Harper. 3 at the wing, missed off the mark. Tipped around, batted. And it's a loose ball foul charge to San Antonio. Going over the back on the Spurs, it will go back to the Thunder. Yep, looking like this one is over for San Antonio. Beg my pardon, referees reversed the call. They reversed it to a Thunder foul off the loose ball. So reversed, and wasn't San Antonio over the back, but Fox bricked the 3 off the inbound anyway. Rebound goes to the Thunder. Jay Gilgeous-Alexander under 5 minutes left to play. Gets to his spot. Jumper deep 2 off the back rim, no good. Rebound hauled in by Champagnie. Dylan Harper. Up the floor. Finds Champagnie outside Harper. Working their way around inside. Wemby, a double clutch. Backdoor, score it, and the foul. Free throw covered up the line by Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama with 23. 1 point shy of tying the game leader, which is SGA with 24. Wemby tonight a +6 in the court. Fox a +13. Just not enough help. You need a good supporting cast, and the Thunder behind SGA are just so deep top to bottom. Whereas Wemby's supporting cast tonight on their whole floor just couldn't get things going. Struggling game off the bench. Keldon Johnson was a -23 tonight off the bench. 12-point deficit for San Antonio. They just cannot string together to stop Shea. Push pass, corner, Caruso off to McCain with a career-high 22. A nice bounce pass underneath Wallace. Going to keep on dribbling out to the perimeter. Jumper over Wemby and left it short. Some contact there. No call with the referees. Dylan Harper. Outside off the Castle, back into the hands to Harper, slides it off to Champagnie, comes off the screen, attacks the paint, Champagnie puts it in, through for two. 10-point game with 3:50 left to go. Strong bucket to the rim by Julian Champagnie, timeout on the floor. San Antonio ain't going to go away, but the only way that they're going to come from behind and win this game is hoping that the Thunder go in a scoring drought and do not score in the final 3:50 left. San Antonio struggling all night long to string together defensive stops in the last possession, able to get a call that was benefited by a no call by the referees, and then right back able to score to two with Champagnie. 111-101. 3:49 left to go as we head to the timeout. Wow, that's massive. They just haven't been able to string together stops, though, tonight. One timeout remaining for the Thunder. Spurs down to... the graphic has 3 for them. For the ESPN graphic for timeouts. Yeah, they still have 3 timeouts for San Antonio. They're going to have to burn one within the next 49 seconds, or they lose one. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow night covering Cavs against Knicks. Critical Game 3 tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Hey, have a nice night, Hatzel. Thanks for joining in tonight. Ming Mung, welcome in. Liking the Spurs to win tonight. Hit us up in the chat. Who you guys like to win, Spurs or Thunder? I actually took down that poll because I thought the Spurs were done with like 5 minutes left after that shot from the perimeter. Caruso drives inside the key, runner, left it short, out of bounds, air ball. This will be Spurs ball. This game ain't over just yet. Spurs with consecutive stops. And all of a sudden, this game is getting interesting. San Antonio, they had a timeout to use, so they'll burn one right here. Now they're down to 2 timeouts left. 111-101. It ain't over till it's over. 3:31 left to play in the fourth quarter. So we head to the timeouts. Wemby gonna get clutch according to D36. Bless Carter, welcome in, liking the Spurs tonight in this one. Perfect name on the stream. Welcome on board. Jared McCain, career high 22 points tonight in the playoffs. Major possession coming up for San Antonio out of the timeout. They need to capitalize. Victor Wembanyama, a +9 on the floor. De'Aaron Fox, a +14. Where they really suffered tonight is on the bench. -23 for Keldon Johnson, -18 for Luke Cornett. Dylan Harper, -13, -10 Carter Bryant. Stephon Castle's a -12. Hope so, Andrew. I do work with a couple of schools, D3s, D1s, so trying to work my way up there someday. We get back into action. Under 3.5 left to go in the fourth. Castle on the floor alongside Wemby, Harper, Vassell, and Champagnie. Jumper at the wing. Vassell missed off the mark. A rebound goes to Hardenstein. Hardenstein, McCain, SGA, Caruso, and one other not in the quarter frame right now on the floor. For the Thunder, Champagnie. Picks up the reach and fall defending SGA. Looks like the Spurs will get the substitution in with De'Aaron Fox. So Fox will check in. Fifth player to court for the Thunder is Cason Wallace. SGA driving on Wemby. Caruso back into the hands to SGA. SGA runner inside the key. No good. Contacted and fouled. It's on Vassell who picks up the personal. Few free throws coming up in the line for SGA. Pepe, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Gotta watch out for the foul trouble. Devin Vassell just picked up his fourth personal foul. Castle has 5 fouls. Johnson with 5 fouls tonight. The first free throw is good by SGA. 25 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Just one player with 5 fouls for the Thunder. That is Hardenstein with 5. Second free throw is good. It's a 12-point lead right now for OKC. OKC just all the answers right now. Perfect 12 for 12 in the second half for SGA at the free throw line. Wemby, head full of steam to the rim, skies in and scores, up and it off the window. Cuts the deficit down to 10 once again. They're going to need to string together multiple stops in a row and be able to score off of those possessions that they require defensive stops soon afterwards. Open 3 from the corner. Oh, that's a laser from the perimeter. That could be the dagger tonight. Cason Wallace able to light it up from the outside. Wemby, spin move at the wing. Working on Hardenstein. A lot of time coming off the clock. 2:12 left to go. Wemby needing something. A lot of players keep on getting denied off the handoff. Jumper. Castle from deep. Missed off the rim. A rebound goes to Wallace. And the Oklahoma City Thunder 2 minutes away from going up 2-1 in the series. Darren McCain. Far side, front court. Followed by Champagnie there in the bonus. 2 free throws coming up in the line by McCain. Yep, that's going to do it. He makes these free throws. It goes 15. Under 2 minutes left. There's no chance. It's too bad because Wembanyama still a plus tonight on the floor. Plus 11 currently for, or plus 6 for Wemby. Fox is a plus 11 as the fans file out of Frostbank Arena. Big time shot after big time shot tonight. Jared McCain, first free throw is good. 23 tonight by McCain. The bench was absolutely spectacular for OKC. McCain 23 off the bench, 18 by Jalen Williams. That is J. Will number 6. Caruso with 15. Career highs on the McCain and J. Will tonight. Cason Wallace with that previous 3 got to 11. 6 different players in double figures for the Thunder. McCain made them both. He has 24 substitutes in with the reserves now for San Antonio. Kelly Olynyk turned it over. Up the floor, SGA racing ahead of the pack and missed the layup over Plumlee. McLaughlin came away with a rebound. 90 seconds left to go. Lindy Waters the third on a 3-point shot, and they get called in an offensive foul. Turnover on San Antonio. I'll be back live tomorrow night. Cavs against Knicks. Critical game 3 tomorrow night. The Cavs needing to win one to keep their hopes alive in the series. So the series will switch over to Cleveland for a major game 3 matchup tomorrow. Wow. What a comeback by the Thunder. If you guys are just joining in for the first time and did not watch the beginning of this game, the Thunder trailed 15-0. In the first 2.5 minutes. It was all Spurs looking like they were going to run away and destroy the Thunder tonight. And then the Thunder outscored the Spurs 32-20 in the second quarter. And completely took control of the game. Nikola Topic, number 44. First time in the Florida series, missed the layup. Putback is good by Kenrich Williams. 17-point lead. Insane. A 32-point swing in this game. We're down to the final minutes. Olynyk off to McLaughlin. Bounce pass to Plumlee. Outside McLaughlin. Baseline dribble. McLaughlin. Plumlee. Inside. Got the layup. Yeah, the youth of San Antonio really showing up in the series. But there's just no depth for the Spurs to keep up. This whole series right now has been decided upon bench points. That has been the major landslide in favor of OKC. Jumpers buried. Thunder ripped down another three. That's their 18th of the game, with Kenrich Williams burying the triple. Baseline dribble Plumlee. Outside Olynyk. Olynyk nails the three. Final seconds left to go. First losing streak for the Spurs since January. They came into this game 19-5 following a loss. The Oklahoma City Thunder, who entered Game 2 on Wednesday night, was just 1-5 against the Spurs this season in their first 6 games. Now they're 2-0 in their previous 2, as OKC has the advantage up in the series. 123-108 the final score. The bench for the Thunder just built different. Jared McCain, 24 points, a playoff career high. 18 by Jalen Williams, a playoff career high. Number 6 for J. Will. He drilled 5 threes tonight. 15 by Caruso with 3 made threes. He has been a perimeter machine this entire series. 11 by Cason Wallace off the bench. SGA finished with a game-high 26. On the other side, Wemby tied a game-high 26 tonight. Chet Holmgren had 14. SGA also with 12 assists. I got to calculate up these bench points. This is insane. They went into halftime with 39 bench points. Like, usually good teams in the NBA are lucky to get to 39 bench points at the end of the game. That is crazy. 76 bench points tonight for the Thunder. That is a franchise playoff record. That includes before they moved to OKC when they played as the Supersonics in Seattle. So prior to their relocation to OKC, that is the most bench points in a single game in playoff history tonight with 76. San Antonio, (23) 76-23 in bench points tonight. And, I mean, that's just so tough to sustain for the starters, for the Spurs, when you're just not getting any sort of help outside of the starting 5. And this Thunder team is just so deep. Yeah, I talked about it in the last series when I covered them against the Lakers. I was super impressed by the Thunder, and I thought that this Thunder's team, with the experience that they have, plus they added in Jared McCain at the trade deadline, which he showed up big in these playoffs tonight, had a playoff career high 24. They added McCain. They get a much improved version of AJ Mitchell, who was huge in the previous 2 series matchups. And just guys all over the place making an impact right and left down the line for OKC. And they didn't have J-Dub tonight. And still, it didn't matter because they're just so deep down the line. So many guys. Just simply impressive. Jalen Williams, number 6, J. Will for the Thunder, producing like he did, coming out, drilling 18, or making 18, scoring 18 points, 5 made threes, a playoff career high. Just, wow, this is just simply impressive. Like, really goes to show you can have hot hands, different types of games. AJ Mitchell scored just 2 points, by the way, tonight. He was huge in the series matchups against the Lakers and then the Suns. Just everybody chipping him, making an impact down the line for different players. Wow. 123-108 the final score. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Be a part of the stream. And we're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, that link is pinned to the chat. All channel members get shout outs at the end of every single one of my live streams at the very end for as low as $1.99 US dollar rate per month. And here's all the channel members. We got Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Warren, the Naja player, Norma Polson, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, Astros fan for life. My man Phil, new to the membership. All on the prowl. I'm Ghost, Ian, Edith, Ice Ice Baby, XX Dev 5000, SGA Sports Talk, Elaine, Kilo Pitts, Yvonne, Otamura, and Tyreek. Thanks for joining in. Be a part on the stream. Oklahoma City wins 2 straight games in the Western Conference Finals. The first time that the Spurs have lost back-to-back games since early January. Thunder go up 2-1 in the series. Thanks all for joining in. I'll be back live tomorrow. Cavs against Knicks, Game 3 of the series. Feel free to join on in for that one. Thanks for joining in, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Friday night.